Ba 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 ba. Hey, Ray.
Well,
How's it going?
I guess.
What? I heard, I guess. And that was it.
I guess that's all.
Oh. Oh yeah, I heard about your, or I saw your tweet. How you holding up?
Better than my dad.
Hmm. I'm sorry to hear about that, man. You still down to play?
Yeah.
Okay. That's good. Oh, I got some funky lighting stuff going on over here.
Got some funky lighting, white boy.
Hey, I'm not that pale.
Okay, fair enough. I'm probably paler than you.
I don't know. Now I've got some very bright face going on over here.
Uh,
I saw that your camera showed up as vMix or something. Are you using like a virtual cam?
yeah, I have a virtual cam. I
Cool.
haven't been using it to full extent until they get an update because lately it's been kind of glitchy.
Gotcha. What does it allow you to do? Ooh, very fancy. It does look a bit glitchy, I will admit.
Yeah. It uses an AI to cut out the background.
Gotcha.
And then I
Doesn't take
can
a lot
put
of
you.
computing resources?
It does.
Hmm. Well,
I'm king of the world.
nice. I guess for a bit we're just waiting.
Just keep swimming, just keep swimming, 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 swimming. So, my dad's lending me my mother's television, and I got myself a Fire Stick. So now I'm just setting it up right now.
Cool. Hey, how's it going, Light? Welcome.
I like.
Good morning.
Are you having a light day?
No, I've been super busy all day.
Hmm.
Ah,
I'm now just realizing between my school schedule and my work schedule and my home life that I am distinctly overwhelmed.
Hmm.
yikes.
So I'm gonna give it a couple more weeks, and then I'm like, I'm gonna have to cut back on my D&D games.
Hmm. Gotcha.
So we'll
You're
we'll see.
gonna get
We'll
out of
see.
this one?
Uh, I really don't want to, but we're gonna see how the schedule works out.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Um, I did not realize this semester would be kicking my ass this much.
Hmm. I mean, yeah, do what you need to do. If you're too
I
busy, you're
will
too busy.
until then I will play this game for as long as I can.
Yeah, it's really fun to have you. I hope you don't have to leave, but
I hope so too. I'm really digging it.
hmm
But just a warning should it rear its head in the future.
yeah, no problem. Don't worry about it. Hmm,
How you guys been?
pretty good. I've had a less busy and less stressful day, which is good because I've had a
That's
very
good.
busy week, so I needed a chance to like actually sleep in and recover. Hmm.
I feel that. I slept in one day this week and I'm like, hallelujah.
Yeah, and my sleeping in didn't even work that well because I woke up immediately at 8 a.m. and I'm like, wow, is this my sleeping in at this point? I hate this.
It's so upsetting when you're like, yeah, I'm gonna sleep in to like 8:30 or 9, and then you're like, no, that's not happening anymore.
hmm My body was just like, yo, you know what? I'm stressed out about needing to make the most of my break, so I'm gonna like freak myself out and not actually get enough rest. It's
Oh,
great.
I feel that so bad.
Mm. So I've actually got regarding this D&D campaign. I know I'm kind of bouncing topics around. I've got like plans for Ray's character, for your character, Carmen, and for
Sweet.
Kat's character, but I don't really have much idea for Pumpkin's character because so far all I know is what he told me during that first session. So my only knowledge of his backstory is he was a criminal, now he's a monk, and he worships the untitled goose. And I'm just like, all right, I'll come up with something. I'm still working on that. So I got all these like connected plot elements that go to the other three characters, and I'm still like, I'll get something for you, Pump. Don't worry about it. I'll think about it.
Listen, you just save his arc for last because it's the biggest and most epic of them all.
Yes, yes. He's gonna get like golden wings. It'll be
Yeah.
fantastic. Okay, Cat's here. Hello.
Hey, Kit Kat.
Hello.
How you doing?
Have y'all started?
No.
Nope.
Nope, we just got into the call like 5 minutes ago.
Maybe you're What?
Yikes.
Nothing.
You just left.
You like popped in. Hey, have you started? No? Okay, bye. We're like, oh, okay.
Okay, well, the audio was messed up, so I had to join and leave.
That was funny.
That was so funny.
Alright, I have no idea if Pumpkin's gonna be here or not.
He will. I can call him.
Okay.
Let me find my phone. I think I lost it.
Because he said he was gonna be at least an hour late, and now we've waited an hour, so he might be here, but he also might not. I guess we'll see. And if he has to pop in and out, that's fine.
Did I
We
leave
can keep
my
going with
phone
the
down
three of
there?
us. Yes!
Okay. I have to look for it.
What you looking at, Ray?
I didn't set it in the fridge.
Told you I'm setting up my new Fire Stick.
Ooh. Sounds hot.
Do you not know what a Fire Stick is?
I know. It's like a
Okay.
USB communicator with your TV thingy. That was the worst way to put that, but I think I get the idea.
It connects to like YouTube and things like that.
I see. Like a Roku device or something.
I guess that's what it is.
Ah. It was in my pocket.
Gasp.
Pocket? Not a pocket.
I had a pocket in my pocket.
Oh no, not a pocket in the pocket.
That's how you create a one-way gateway to the astral plane. Or ethereal plane, something.
Everybody left home for fighting.
That was amazing. I was thinking
That
about doing the
was.
same thing, but I was like, nah, I'm not gonna do that. I don't want to be the only one. And then both of the other ones did.
I'll be right back.
Alright.
I'll be right back. Leaves.
Oh boy.
I relate to that.
Hmm.
Pump didn't answer.
How dare he? He might be busy. It's fine.
He's walking with his family.
Mm-hmm.
My best friend's still over here, but now she's talking about conspiracy theories with my mom, so I decided to just leave.
I see. Alrighty.
No, it's okay. I told her I was gonna play D&D, and she's a really girly girl, so she wears like makeup. And we got brunch today. We took selfies, and then you sound very scared, but this is like a normal thing for her. And she
No,
got
it was just funny the
coffee.
way you pronounced selfies. I was like,
I mean,
what?
that's what they are.
Mhm.
And yeah, she's the one who's getting married, so we've been wedding planning. And she doesn't know what a D&D is.
She should join
She
us.
goes,
Be a guest character.
ooh, that would not go well. She would not enjoy this at all. You know how Michaela gets bored during your D&D after an hour? She gets bored after 5 minutes. So
She's tried it before? Oh, I guess she doesn't know what it is.
no. We can't even play board game.
Ah, I see. Guess that's why they call it a board game.
I'm looking for my dice.
One
One
of
of them in my
Mario.
purse.
2 of my friends got married and they're big D&D nerds. So instead of like having like everyone clink the glasses to get them to kiss, they had a giant D20 and you would roll it in front of them, and if it was a 11 or higher, they would kiss, but if it was below an 11, you would have to find someone to kiss.
Ha 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 ha! Hilarious.
And they know me for my disgustingly good luck. So I rolled and they're like, it's gonna be a nat 20, isn't it? And I roll and it's a nat 20 and everyone just loses their mind.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Okay, guys,
I hope I find a significant other someday who likes D&D. That'd be fun.
I can't find my dice, so I need to roll for perception, and I am unable to find my dice.
You're
So
really
I'm
crit failing.
I crit failed. No, I actually found them as soon as you said that. Thank you. With the power of light's light.
Yeah, you know, it's I gave you advantage because I assisted.
Ah.
Yeah. It was the I got inspiration from your speech that was like 8 words long, that was like, yeah, you're not good at that. And I was like, you know what? I will live my life in spite.
Wow.
That's the best reason to do anything.
It's like Bard's cutting words, except somehow giving disadvantage made her roll better on the second roll. Well, now we're waiting on Ray.
I'm waiting on EJ.
I'm waiting on Ray. I would start giving a recap now. However, Ray was like blackout drunk last session, so I want to make
He was
sure he
not
remembers.
blackout drunk. He was just
head on the desk drunk.
yes.
Ray, welcome back.
You want to see my ham? What are you supposed to do with the ham?
Whatever you want to. McKay's been making a little display on her shelf.
Oh, that's cute. Ham.
Yes. Welcome back, Ray. How's it going?
Thank you. Like some of my dice are missing.
Legasp.
Did you eat
I
them?
think Kat just took them.
Oh no, they're there.
Oh, these are yours? Oops. Sorry.
She did fail her perception. Alrighty. Well, I guess we're about ready to go if we're missing Pumpkin for now.
Well, he doesn't need a recap. He existed, and he was the most aware out of all of us. If you recall, I was half asleep during the entire thing. Light was MIA, and Ray was drunk.
I was
So-
on a boat in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean.
That would explain
That
the bad Wi-Fi.
sounds very fun.
I spent a week on a boat.
That does sound really fun.
Why?
Because my family wanted to go on a vacation, and I had already dipped on the last 2 family vacations
Mhm.
because I was like, I don't want to go on a vacation in quarantine.
Yeah.
And so they're like, this time you're coming with us, and we're going to the American Virgin Islands for a week.
Whoa.
And so we did, and it
Or
was
they
all of us.
virgins.
I bet they didn't have any alcoholic beverages there.
Oh
Alcohol
no,
TM.
not a single alcohol.
Yeah, I may have been drunk, but I still remember everything that happened.
Oh
Awesome.
yeah, but EJ said you were blackout. I was like, no, that wasn't the
I'm
case.
exaggerating. Alrighty. Well, is everyone's ready to
He
start?
he was not as bad as Fisk was when he drank that. What was it that he drank? Ray, can you remind
I
me?
wasn't there.
You weren't there.
was vinegar.
Fisk
He
drank
drank vinegar?
like a bottle of straight vinegar, and he passed out.
About
And
that
because he's in
large.
another country, none of us could call him or his parents to alert them that Fisk is passed out on the table.
He was
It
passed
was
out
during
for
our
like 2
charity live
hours.
stream,
Oh my god.
and we were worried he had died or something because he was out for a couple hours.
Mhm.
He just passed out, and when he woke up, he threw up. And I was so worried.
That poor man.
I'm so glad he's okay.
Yeah.
And because of that, he no longer likes vinegar.
He can't have alcohol even, because to him it tastes too similar to vinegar. He can have beer, but not wine.
That's so weird.
In our last session of D&D, Ray rolled a nat 1 on his Constitution check, IRL. Sorry, joking. So anyway, the party entered this mysterious cave that you guys had discovered that had been uncovered by the magical creature that broke into town and caused some havoc. So you guys entered the cave, began exploring, immediately chose to split up the party 3 different directions, and got attacked by 2 different groups of creatures at once, but you absolutely destroyed it and continued exploring through the cave. Every once in a while there was this mysterious breeze that kept blowing and a slight sound that was hard to make out from deeper within the cave. You guys pushed farther in. Mama Swizzle wandered off on her own again, but was reconvened at the end, and now you all are standing in a smaller mineshaft part of the cavern where there's about 10 feet walls on either side of you. Ceiling is about 10 feet high, walls are about 10 feet wide, and it extends in 4 directions on either side of you. Carmen is holding a torch, Mama Swizzle's torch to be specific, and lighting the area. Qzeth and Ananias are also standing there, and Mama Swizzle has just rejoined the group. By the way, Mama Swizzle, your concentration on Detect Magic has worn off because you cast Fog Cloud, and the Fog Cloud is still at the end of the hall.
I don't remember casting Detect Magic.
You did. Well, yeah, it was Detect Magic.
No, it was Fog Cloud.
Yeah, you cast Detect Magic before that, then you cast Fog Cloud, but since both are concentration spells, your concentration dropped on the Fog, or on the...
I must not remember anything because I was...
So, you all now
That's the
stand
best
in
excuse.
this cavern with several options as to how to progress farther. You have encountered a group of somethings, like small skittering footsteps that had hidden
Oh,
behind a
I
rock
remember. Yeah.
in a large cavern, and you
They
decided
had
to nope
pointy
right out of that.
hats.
I had pointy hats. That's incredibly important information. Why was not? Why was
I
that
don't
not
know
mentioned?
why he didn't mention this,
You
but
saw
that's
pointy
basically
somethings poking out above the rock.
yes. You had pointy hats and or pointy spears, but you called them hats at first.
I did not.
So You definitely did.
That's the
Because-
most important piece of information I've heard in this recap so far.
Yes, pointy hats.
Okay, and now he's acting like they don't have pointy hats. But
So
I specifically remember them having pointy hats.
Anyway, to begin our session, could I have all of you roll me a perception check?
All right.
For pointy
look,
hats.
Phil,
I'm gonna call them
Phil,
pointy
18.
hat
you
check.
know.
18 plus. Give me a second. Probably plus 3. I'm guessing,
If I remember correctly, it was a +2.
but I'm making my way.
19 for perception.
Nice. And Mama Swizzle?
21.
Very nice. Alright, so you all hear a skitter behind you down the passage that you'd have just come from, like the main passage that you were traveling down. And as you turn, you see a small, grotty little hole, only about 2.5 feet tall, rough hewn stone, and a passageway going down beyond, just at the edges of the torchlight, so it's kind of barely illuminated. And poking out of it, you see 2 shiny orbs that are reflecting the torchlight. And no pointy hats yet. But
Is
you
there
definitely...
question?
Hmm?
With our perception, can we perceive that in the center of like this little hole, like there's a little indent at the top, as if like someoe's hat has been running
Yeah.
along it and slowly wearing it down over time?
I feel like
Who
that's
has
what- I
hats
feel
that are
like-
stronger than stone?
No, it just brushes up against. They have to get new hats every once in a while.
It's like water slowly wearing down
Yeah.
stone. It's like the fabric of it rushing past over the generations has worn down the stone.
These are different hats. Like you have to get a new hat every year because it just brushes up against the stone constantly.
I feel like that's an excellent point, Kat.
Oh my gosh. I have to give them pointy hats now, don't I? Also, Ananias, as you've moved down this cave just a little farther with your perception, you also feel the regular piano wires that you've been feeling as you go past. You've been brushing past these strings, and now you begin to feel them grow larger. Like instead of piano strings, now suddenly you're kind of interacting with larger
Noodles.
ropes and noodles, if you want.
You know, like the thick noodles that are
Maybe this
thin
is
on
why
one
she heard
side and
pointy
thick on
hats.
the other.
What?
If I pretend like I know what you're saying, can we move on?
Yes.
Okay.
So yes, there are more thicker strands now. Like if you were moving but through water before, now suddenly it's kind of like maple syrup, and you're like, whoa, something has changed noticeably as you're descending further into this cave. And that is it for now. What would you guys like to do? So you see these glowing eyes, and you turn to look at them, and you hear a small gasp.
I just walk up to them, trying to seem passive, and I just say, Mama Susan, Mama Susan.
Okay, your light source has not yet moved towards them as well.
I mean, I'll take a couple steps closer as well.
Okay, so as Carmen walks forward with the torch a couple steps slowly to not spook the creature, and Mama Swizzle's like, Mama Swizzle, everything's fine. You guys, in your view, begin to notice this in your view. It is
Very strong.
it is a beautiful drawing. I am not good at art. It is a small kobold girl who is seems pretty young and is holding an egg. She's just kind of looking at you in fear, like, "Oh no, you are blocking the path I was supposed to go down." And she's
She
just kind of
seems to have
staring at you in fear.
2 pointy hats on her head.
Ah! Yes, she has 2 pointy hats. So, this little kobold girl is looking up at you, reptilian in nature, and she's just kind of like, oh no. She's very scared, judging by her facial expression. Wow. I lost the word for expression.
It happens.
What would you like to do?
I pat her on the head.
As
Between the 2 hats.
Yeah, between the 2 hats.
As you reach out to her, can you roll me just a straight charisma check?
Is she holding a potato?
It is an
No,
egg.
it's an egg.
An egg. I want that.
15.
Okay. She is still very spooked, and she kind of takes a step back out of your reach into the hole, and she kind of peers out at you. Go away, she says.
Mama Swizzle, Mama Swizzle.
What's that mean?
Mama Swizzle, Mama Swizzle.
She says she's friendly.
Friendly? You're
We
invading
don't-
I'd
my
like to
home.
use Druidcraft to make a sweet scent.
She doesn't know where it's coming from.
Do you live in here?
Mm-hmm. My whole clan lives down here in these caves. You're invaders.
Mama Swizzle.
I get down on my knees and I like get close to her level.
Are you still
I'm
hooded
still
and shrouded in
hooded.
darkness?
I'm gonna take off my hood, probably. You know what? Actually, no. I'm too lazy for that.
So you're just
So
gonna
I'm just
remain
now
like a
a bit
creature of
short.
darkness, a ring wraith?
Yeah, I'm
on
just
the
gonna
heads
remain a
of you?
creature of darkness. I'll be like, we're here investigating some dangerous happenings.
How close did you get to her?
I'm not close at all. I don't want to get near that thing. I just want her egg.
Oh no! Okay. The monsters are that way. She points down a different path in the
Are they
cave.
bothering you?
Yeah, what monsters?
She kind of holding the egg still. She kind of like makes a hunched over kind of gesture, acting out some kind of monster. And then she, ooh,
Okay.
they're scary.
And they hurt you and your clan?
If we go near them, stay away from the water.
If we get rid of them, can we chill out here? And stay here?
What is chill out?
It's
Be
like
friends.
freezing and darkness.
I don't like freezing. I like
You
fire.
live in a cave.
We have fire to warm the eggs.
Are these your eggs?
No, I'm not old enough.
So, are you related to that egg you're holding?
I think he's my brother? Or sister? I don't know. But they're my kid. My only one left.
So, if we took your eggs, you would not be happy.
She kind of clutches it protectively.
We will not be taking the egg from you.
Mama
I-
Frizzle just
I kind of just look at Taylor Carmen as she glares at me, and just stare at her and shrug.
You're not gonna come take our eggs, are you?
No. We will not be doing that.
Mama Frizzle, Mama Frizzle. I'm pointing at Cat's character.
My clan says that you're coming to attack us. They have all their traps ready. They
Okay,
want you
well,
to go away.
I don't think we're here to attack anyone.
All we heard was shrieks of terror that echoed through the caves. We don't know what's
Yeah,
going on.
that was
We're trying
me.
to evacuate.
yeah, child, that was me. We were getting attacked, and we are only here to stop further attack on us, and also eggs.
Mama Frizzle.
Did you actually say that?
I whisper it very quietly. Hopefully, she does not hear.
Can you roll me stealth?
17. It
Okay.
was stealthy.
She did not hear it. I forget the last thing I said.
I basically told her we're here because we were being attacked, and we just wanted to stop, and
These caves are dangerous.
implying that we're not trying to hurt her or her friends.
These caves aren't good. There's lots of bad things. We just try to scrape out a living. The bad things are that way, though. Don't touch the water.
Mama Swizzle takes out her cutlass, not cutlass, but her
Or glaive,
well,
sickle, whatever it was.
it's not a glaver's. Scimitar. Takes out her scimitar and pretends that she's chopping at the monsters. Mama Swizzle, Mama Swizzle,
You gonna kill them?
Mama Swizzle.
That would be helpful for us surviving down here.
Mama Swizzle. Oh, Mama Swizzle.
Can I pat Mama Swizzle's back a little bit to put it back in place?
Mama Swizzle.
Yeah,
There you
without
go.
too much effort, you kind of pat her vertebrae a little bit, and you hear as her back sets back into place.
It's like she pats hard enough that I stand up real stiff and fall over.
I'm a chiropractor.
Child, tell your companions not to harm us.
Okay, you're not gonna come this way, right?
What if we do?
We have traps.
We're
Lots
not
of them.
looking to harm anyone.
This child's upsetting my character. It's feeling like
Your character's
challenged.
upsetting this child.
Yeah, no, I'm not going that way. Not if there's some fucking herdy boys.
Purdy boys.
Mhm.
Should I go now?
I think you can go now.
Okay. My name's Ika.
Hi, Ika.
I'm a Swizzle.
Then she runs off into the darkness, down the small tunnel again. You can follow if you'd like, but you'd have to crawl kind of to get on through these little small tunnels.
There's also traps.
You get the impression that
Yeah.
these little small kobold-sized tunnels are kind of like the highways that they use mostly, and the main bigger passages are what normal like humanoid-sized people use most of the time.
I would be interested in seeing more about those monsters she mentioned.
She pointed down the cave towards the larger cavern that you guys chose to turn away from earlier.
Interesting.
Mono Swizzle starts marching down that direction.
Okay,
Carmen
as you
will
guys
follow.
begin walking, you feel another air brush past you, a little bit harder this time, and you feel Ananias, the piano wires continue to like get thicker, just a little bit at a time as you go. Yeah, nothing more.
Dun, 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 dun.
You also maybe hear like the faintest sounds of what sounds like an ocean surf breaking against rocks. So, do you guys continue back to the cave that you left earlier?
Yeah.
Alrighty. As you continue that direction, you go back to the stairs and walk up them.
Oh, we're not gonna go down the passageway with the monsters that the girl pointed out?
That's where Mama
That's
Swizzle's
where we're
marching
going.
to.
That's where she pointed.
Oh, we are. Okay.
I mean, you're welcome to ask not to if you'd like.
No,
can
no,
always
it's fine.
split up.
I'm just following. I'm just at a good 10, 15 feet behind y'all.
That's completely fair. So as you guys enter that main cavern again, you once again see these large stalagmites on the bottom of the ground across the cavern, and some pointy hats poking up from behind the rocks. Fewer of them this time, because it seems like there are not as many of these creatures hiding behind these stalagmites anymore. But you do still see one spear poking up from behind one of the rocks, and one
And we see
pointy,
the shadow
pointy
of-
little hat, like a dunce cap. That is it, though. And on the other, as you walk into this cavern at the top of the stairs, it expands outward. The ceiling maybe is 20 feet above you, and is drips of water, drip, drip. It's kind of slimy and wet, and off to your right is a large expanse of cave going beyond the range of your torchlight. As you look to your right, you see a large body of water. Not sure how deep it is, but there's a small set of stairs that go down into it, and an embankment of stone. So there's stairs and also level stone, both going down to that water, and it extends further into the darkness. Meanwhile, the rest of the cave is kind of covered, except for another small kobold tunnel that goes off to the right. What would you like to do? It is eerily silent besides the dripping of water hitting the
There's
body
no
of water.
signs of the monsters that she was talking about.
Not yet.
Okay.
Well, with all this rough land traversing, me being old, I'm finally slowing down and I'm behind Carmen now.
Okay.
Switching my back to.
Gotcha. Yeah, Qzeth is also just kind of following along. Not really.
T-posing along.
Yes, he's just
Asserting
sliding along
dominance.
without his animation is stuck, but he's there, just not contributing to the conversation.
Fun fact, if you are alone in silence for 2 to 3 hours, you will start hallucinating. Same with being in complete darkness. Keep that in mind, EJ.
I will. So far, you have a torchlight. You're good.
I am good. Also, we have a light.
Yeah, I
That's
do
what I
help
just
brighten up
said.
the place. No, we have a torch, and then we have a
We
me.
have a Taylor. We have a light.
Oh,
We
I
How
have
do
a.
How? Wait,
I'm psychic. Okay.
did Blue tell you?
No, I'm literally psychic.
No, you're not.
I can read people in the room.
No,
No,
you're
I'm not
not.
kidding. I'm
No.
literally psychic.
No, you're not.
I am.
No.
I can. EJ, I'll try to read EJ. Okay. You want a demonstration?
Sure. What am I thinking about right now?
Okay. Well, it doesn't work that way. You see, it's kind of like, you know, the spirits. They only tell me certain things. Okay. So what I'm getting like a certain word from EJ. It's like leave or, and I feel like it has to do with technology. Oh, I think EJ has recently left technology. I don't know. Does that mean anything to you, Ethan?
I was thinking of pointy hat. I have no idea what you're saying right now. Are you trying to like
Huh.
take up a new job as like a psychic on TV or something?
I'm.
Because you might
You-
want to not quit your
Ethan,
day job.
have you recently left any social medias? Because that's what the spirits are telling me.
That's what Twitter told me.
Wait, you left Twitter? Did you actually leave Twitter?
No, I saw. I think I saw something about that on Twitter.
Michaela left Twitter. Wait, Ethan, have you left Twitter?
I mean, I would like to. It's just I can't because I have DMs with people that I need to
Oh,
keep up.
I see. Well, the spirits were telling me about the near future.
My spirits are telling me that this is a complete waste of
Yeah,
time.
there's.
Yes, Blue told me.
Yeah, okay. That's very weird. I don't go by my real name online, so hearing that was like the first time I'm like, maybe that's just a slip of the tongue. I won't mention it. But the second time I'm like, this is weird.
You see, Blue requested I try that, and that's why he apologized at like 4 a.m. the other night, like 2 weeks ago, while we were watching Spike.
Why is everything so convoluted here?
Okay. Okay. I have to deal.
What?
What
Okay.
just
Yeah,
happened?
I don't go by it very often, so it's
I'll keep calling you
My-
Light.
please do. It's mildly uncomfortable to hear over the internet.
Hmm. It's understandable. Not many people call me my real name as well. Most people just call me EJ on the internet, so I respond to
Yeah.
both, but I'm more used to being called EJ on the internet.
Even when I meet up with like people IRL, they call me Light, and I respond to it much better than I do my actual name. It makes me feel like I'm in trouble.
Oh no, sweetheart! Oh, that's yuck. I'm sorry. I
It's
also don't
okay.
mean to make you uncomfortable. Blame Blue.
I am. Don't worry.
Have you already messaged him?
While you all are standing in this empty cavern, you suddenly hear splash, 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 echoing off the walls. Sounds pretty distant, maybe 60 feet away. And then silence once again. You see the spear kind of wiggle nervously, still trying to hide behind this stalagmite and not doing so well.
I'd like to investigate. Sorry, I forgot I was muted.
Okay. How do you want to investigate? Moving towards it?
Careful. Towards it. Yeah, carefully towards it.
Okay. You walk forward towards the edge of the rock outcropping, and you can see it's basically a drop down 5 feet from this relatively level stone that you're walking on down to the surface of the water. The water looks murky. It's hard to tell how deep it is. It's very cloudy and very dark. As you look out over the surface of the water, Carmen holding out her torch, it only illuminates about 40 feet out, and now you can see there are two very, very old and rotten wooden tables kind of floating in the center of the pond. or maybe not floating. They're just kind of there. Oh, hey, Pumpkin's here. Welcome. Here's the scene. You guys are back in that cavern that you were in earlier, where the guys were like, "Are you friendly?" No. And you're in that cavern. Mama Swizzle's looking out over the surface of the water that expands off to the right side of the cave, and cannot see the source of the water or the source of the splashing that they heard. There are a set of stairs that go down to the water on your left.
I'm gonna go down towards the stairs.
All right. Do you put your
Not
foot...
like in the water, but like by
Okay.
the edge of the stairs.
Yeah, the stairs descend about 4 feet before they hit the water. So yeah, you can descend down a few stairs and
Yeah.
nothing
Does
really
the
changes.
torchlight see anything below the surface, or is it just like too dark?
As you hold the torch like down right above the surface of the water, it illuminates it a little better. You can see maybe 6 inches to a foot into the water before it becomes too murky to be able to see anything. You see some like floating clumps of lichen or algae of some kind, brown in color. It's kind
Okay.
of gross, but not really any more interesting details besides that. You might see one rock that's like poking up enough to be able to be seen. Round, not spiky. It's just a rock.
Okay. Is there like any loose stones that I could like
Yeah,
chuck one
there are
into
plenty
the
of loose
water?
stones in this cave. It's
I'll
pretty
I'll
run
take
down.
I'll take a decently sized one and chuck it into the water to see what happens.
Sploosh! You hear a large splash, then the trickle of droplets hitting the surface of the water, and then after a couple seconds, you see the ripples kind of hit the stairs that you're sitting on, lapping up against it in a gentle motion before the ripples kind of fade out. Nothing changes. Then, after a moment or two, you hear more splashing, splash, 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 of something kind of like moving towards the rock that you threw in the water. At this point, the scared little spearmen hiding behind the rock, you hear a skitter off to behind you as it just kind of dashes into the passageway and leaves, leaving you only with Pointy Hat and McGee and the
I thought it was Bobby.
and the empty cavern.
You missed it.
It's
We're
Bobby.
calling.
His name is Bobby. Pointy Hat guy is named Bobby.
Wasn't it? I clicked on the link.
Wait, what?
Like
What link?
2
Oh,
images
that's-
over.
That's
That
from,
man's name is Bobby.
Yeah, that's from Little Nightmares.
I was joking around whenever they were bringing up pointy hats.
It's Bobby.
I didn't even see this thing. Why is it called? Okay, whatever.
It's Bobby, boys. Bobby.
Bobbity boo.
Anyway, you have heard a response to your splash, but then nothing more. What would you like to do?
Will you splash back?
Can I magic stone 3 more stones?
Yep. You can easily pick up 3 more stones from the ground, unless you're casting it on ones you previously had. And
Actually, no. There's
That's
one that is just stuck inside the ground. Like, you cannot get that one up.
yeah, there are a fair few of stones that are basically just stalagmites as well, deceptively looking like stones in the ground, but you can't pick those up. But there are plenty of actual loose stones as well. So, you try to get one, doesn't work, just try a couple others.
That's fine.
You wave your Kenku feathers over it and mutter some Mama Swizzles. Suddenly they begin to glow with a faint glow.
Okay. So I'm going to use my last magic slot to detect poison and disease in the water.
Mm-hmm. So you cast Detect Poison and Disease. Let me check the effects of that.
30 feet radius.
Okay, that was what I was looking for. There does not seem to be any unnatural poison or disease in this water. It is simply murky. Might not be the most healthy thing in the world to drink, but I mean, it's just kind of natural algae and gunk, at least in this particular part of the water.
Okay.
You would still detect the presence of an unnatural kind of cold, though, Mama Swizzle. Like, just hidden below the surface of the water. The deepest part, like the lower level of the water, would
Okay.
feel just a bit off to you. However, you're not exactly sure how deep the water is.
It's this deep.
Could be.
Mama Swizzle.
Mama Swizzle. The echoes come back. Softly.
I would jump in, but I don't know where I am.
You were T-posing behind us.
Yeah,
Good.
you snap back into your normal animations and you're like, ah, what's happening?
Yes, you see, because I am always the one who just falls into magical things. First, I become a strawberry goose. Then I become a tea goose.
Oh yeah, that wore off
what?
a while ago.
No, I'm aware.
Okay. The T-posing was not anything. That was just, like, narratively you weren't here to control your character. That wasn't...
I see. I see. So I was just sliding across
Yeah,
the
exactly.
screen.
You hear, as you're sitting there kind of debating what to do, hesitantly looking at the surface of the water, a low moan from beyond in the cavern, just out of your torchlight once again.
Can I throw a magic rock in that general direction, see if I can hit anything?
Roll me an attack with disadvantage.
Uh-oh. There's a monster down there.
Every
rolled
time
two
I've given Mama
20.
Swizzle the option to throw at something that they have no idea where it is, she rolls a nat 20 and hits it, so I'm very scared.
I did it again.
What? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, 2 20s in a row.
This is why you never actually take any
Mama
damage.
Swizzle.
Okay. I'm gonna have to consider that it might be canon Mama Swizzle just has echolocation at this point.
I think it's fact.
Okay, hold on. Let me just...
Echolocation.
I can't believe you've not 20'd a third time with a completely obscure target.
I love that for Mama Swizzle.
I know. So
Can't wait till
go
one
ahead.
day I not wanted to accidentally knock out an ally.
Go ahead and roll me damage, Mama Swizzle.
1 plus 4, 5.
Okay, and wait, so you rolled a 1?
Yeah.
Okay,
And then it's a plus 4.
gotcha. Since you nat 20'd, it's actually double the dice roll, so that's 2 plus 4, so 6.
Okay.
Alrighty, so you hear as you chuck your magic stone in the general direction where you thought you heard something, you just hear like a sickening kind of crunch and a slap of your stone hitting something wet and fleshy, and you hear a and then splashing intensifies as something
Mama
begins
Swizzle!
like splashing through the water coming towards you, and beginning to enter your torchlight, Carmen, is a like rotting blue-skinned kind of humanoid creature with glazed over greenish blue eyes and sharp teeth. Oh, we lost Pumpkin.
Uh-oh.
It begins
Oh
walking
no, his
into
PC crashed.
your vision. Oh, yikes! That is a rip. And that you can tell based on, well, unless assuming that it's a normally proportioned humanoid, you can tell that the water is probably only knee deep or less, unless he has like really long from the knee down. And he walks into view. With
I
quite a
start
big knot on
pointing
his
towards
head.
Carmen and then the creature. Mama Swizzle! Mama Swizzle! Mama Swizzle!
I think Carmen's gonna like get her like sword ready
Mhm.
just as she sees this thing coming out of the water.
Alrighty. as you're pulling out your sword and getting ready for combat, you hear another skittering behind you as Dunscat McGee over there runs into the kobold chamber as well and peeks out. Like you see the small snout of his little kobold face peeking around the corner, like, oh no, I don't want to be here for that. So with that, could I have everyone roll initiative?
You got it, boss.
Thank you, sir, ma'am. I was gonna
It's
say
a
sir, because I
D20
call
plus
everyone sir.
initiative, right?
10.
Yes, it's a D20 plus your modifier. 10 total?
Nat one.
Well, you gotta be
So
that
I
something.
want to throw something.
You are an old lady.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. How about you, Kat?
You're muted, by the way. There you go.
That explains it. 2.
plus anything or just 2?
I don't know what it would be plus. I forget what
Plus
you
your
have to
initiative.
roll.
Dex.
5.
Alrighty, 5 total.
I have a -1 to my initiative, guys. And I did better than the.
Okay, and I guess I don't get Pumpkin's initiative. I'll just have him go at the same time as you guys because y'all rolled pretty bad.
He goes back to T-posing.
He's like, "Hey guys, I'm here." Never mind. Oh boy. Alrighty. So. This creature is going to take the first turn. He has now stumbled into your torchlight within 40 feet of you, and he'll slosh his way towards Carmen, who is the closest person to him. Rather than trying to scramble up the stone wall, he's just going to go for you, who is on the stairs.
Okay.
He
That's fine.
uses all of his movement to get up to you. He makes it up to within 10 feet of you, but he does not actually reach you. So he spends his entire turn sloshing through the water, about knee high. You can see.
That's some strong legs.
Yeah. It's only about knee high, so it's not like he's incredibly slowed down by it. And you can see his rotting leather clothing, or what once was clothing, just kind of drifting in the water behind him.
Okay.
And as he's doing so, you hear another splash from somewhere else in the cavern, farther along. That is it. So, we're up to Carmen. What would you like to do?
I am going to probably no one's surprise, smack the thing.
Sounds good. A wise choice.
Oh yeah, a wise choice. So I'm gonna use my longsword.
Mhm.
So that's a 17 plus 6 to hit it,
Yeah, you
and then I'm
definitely
gonna and then I'm gonna divine smite it
got him. All right.
because
Why
I have
not?
spell slots now.
Oh, cool.
So I'm gonna deal 3d8 damage.
Roll for it.
I
Oh wait,
rolled.
did you hit yet? Yeah, you did. You did.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I can't keep more than 0 things in my head at once. It's hard.
So that is 18 points of damage.
Oh my gosh.
We're in the
Welcome,
middle of
Pumpkin. So,
I
Pumpkin,
hit the
stop.
thing 3 times.
Yeah, you immediately stop T-posing just in time to go, hey, what's going on? And you see Carmen just swing her longsword down with one hand and just
Whoa!
basically cleave this thing in half. It's reaching towards her, just about to swing at her, and has its all jagged teeth, ready to attack her. And suddenly he just cleaved in 2, falls into the water, and falls beneath the surface, leaking out some black goo into the water, which spreads out. Yeah, Cap? Got a question? You're muted, by the
You're
way.
muted.
I'm good. I'm fine.
Oh, okay. I saw you
Easiest
raise your
fight I've
hand.
ever fought.
I didn't know if you needed
I
something.
did have a question. I no longer have a question.
Oh, okay.
I'm glad we
anyway,
answered your question.
That takes care of that one. However, you do hear splashing of something else in the cavern. We're now up to QZ. Could you roll me initiative, by the way? We're now up to
Yes.
Ananias. Your turn.
Well, if you
Just
roll
splash it.
better than a 10, you're better than 3/4 of your party.
Yep.
Challenge accepted.
He rolls all
One
of
of these has to be better than a 10.
them.
It was actually a 5.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So
What's your initiative?
Okay, so you'll go after Ananias then.
I got 100 on the D100. My initiative, I
What?
think, is like plus 8 or 6.
Plus
Yeah, you should let him
Even numbers.
let him go before me. He'll be before me.
Okay, sure, why not?
Don't just let me go. We have to
Yeah.
play by the rules, all right?
mean,
The
Now
rules
it's
is that you go
anarchy.
first because you got higher than me.
Okay, I'm just
My initiative's 4. I knew it was an even number.
total?
Wait,
Or-
it's 4 total?
No, my
so
initiative
it's
is
9
plus
total.
4, so 9 total. because
Gotcha.
I
Yeah,
rolled
you
a
go
Okay.
after Ananias.
Whew. Yeah. What? No, he goes before Ananias.
Yeah.
So, QZ,
Really?
it is your turn.
Okay.
The first creature with like horrifying rotting blue skin has been cloven in two and presumably is now dead, lying at the bottom of this knee-deep water. But you hear more splashing and hear the sounds of something else approaching from an unknown
Okay.
place in the cave. What would you like to do?
From an unknown place in the cave.
I mean, it's presumably in the water because you hear water sounds.
We can only see
Um,
40 feet radius around us.
Yes. 20 feet of bright light and 20 more feet of dim light.
Yeah. Let me see.
I can't believe I've given Mama Swizzle 3 opportunities with disadvantage to hit something that really is. I shouldn't even give you a chance to hit, and you're just like nailing it every time.
Seems fine to me.
Did you roll 2 nat 20s then for each of those because you had disadvantage?
Yeah, the last one was both nat 20s.
Okay.
Way to die, way to die.
I mean, I can't argue with it.
You can, but you're not going to.
I'm the DM. I see what goes. That's fine.
I don't know. I don't think I really have too much to do. I don't really know too much of what the situation is.
You
So
could,
I
you
think
could save your action and strike at the first
I
thing
was
that
just
comes out of
gonna.
the
That's what I
water.
was gonna say.
That's smart.
Alrighty.
The
So
tiny
you-
hat-horned girl
I was just looking
told
to
us,
see if I had like any underwater lights, but obviously I
hey, the tiny hat-horned girl, remember she told us not to touch the water, QZ?
don't. Oh, thank you for reminding me that.
Yeah, yeah. She warned us specifically not to touch the water, okay? Yeah, I'm
Thank
sure you
you.
remember.
I
You sounded like you were paying
appreciate
close attention.
I was dazed and confused.
Uh-huh.
I watched that movie recently.
I have not heard of this movie, but.
Dazed and Confused. It's a classic.
Yes.
You decide to hold your action. You just ready your fists for prime monk punching duty, and you're waiting
I'm
for
actually
something
gonna
to
use
show
my
up.
head.
You're just gonna headbutt the first thing that comes around.
I don't know.
You
I hope it's not me.
I mean,
just
as
come out
long
of
as
the
you don't
water,
get
bah!
thrown in the water and come up right in front of him.
Of course, according to Kat, I have to hit the butt of the creature with my head in order for it to be a headbutt.
I thought that's what a headbutt was.
Anyway, Ananias, it's your turn. What would you like to do?
Okay. Push him into the water. No, actually no. But maybe.
You want to go sneak
I'm-
away and steal the kobold's eggs.
I totally
Chuck
would.
Dunce-Cap McGee into the water. He'll be bait.
Yeah.
Oh no, she's considering
I just want to spin around and touch the strings that are thick.
it.
Thick
Okay.
strings.
So you're trying to like brush your hand through them or just touch them? Are you trying to do anything with them? Cast magic?
Yeah, I'm gonna cast a magic spell.
Okay.
I'm gonna think
Any-
of pain.
Any
And
particular
fire.
one, or are you just trying to like cause as much chaos as possible?
Yeah, sounds about right.
Sometimes you just have to cause problems on purpose. And I
Okay,
respect-
well, I think I'm trying to cause a problem. Hopefully not for myself, but I guess
Okay.
that'll depend on.
So describe to me what you do. Do you like grab 2 fistfuls and try to twist them and sprang them as much as you can?
Well, I'm like, I'll give you a demonstration.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm excited.
Whee!
Oh no! Okay, could I have you roll me 3 D100s?
What?
3d100s.
Okay, I'm scared.
I'm scared too.
Why did I? Okay.
Just
50,
Why did?
50,
okay.
0, which is maybe 100.
You got all zeros? Or like a 10
What?
and a
If it's
0?
if it's all zeros, yes, I believe it is 100.
Okay.
Okay. So, Kat, do you have any expended spell slots right now?
All of them. Remember, I haven't used any since we last rested.
Gotcha. So as you wave your hands, just kind of causing as much vibration of these invisible strands that are around you. You feel your throat kind of clench up and do something strange, and you kind of cough and choke for a second, but you're fine. Nothing that you. I mean, like you're not choking, you're not suffocating. You just your throat clenches up for a bit. Also, you feel that you have like a sixth sense kind of like appear all of a sudden, and in game terms, you now have a 1d6 inspiration die that you can use anytime within the next 1 minute or 10 rounds. So basically after you do any one roll for an attack, ability check, or something, you can choose to add a 1d6 to it if you'd like. And nothing else happens with the other one, but you feel like rejuvenated with like magical energy as these strands are all kind of vibrating around you. And that is it. That would be your turn for this. Oh, whoa, Pumpkin disappeared and I thought he left. Anything else you'd like to do with your movement?
Where am I standing at the moment?
Just behind the group.
Okay.
On the platform, yeah. So everyone else, you just kind of see her, or him, wave their arms around haphazardly. You don't see anything happen. You just kind of see them, woo, having a great time, and you're just like, all right. Guess they felt like dancing. Speaking of which, Mama Swizzle, it is your turn now.
I see her and I'm like, Swizzle.
You're still here?
Yeah, I was looking at your mom.
Yes, Mama Swizzle's still here.
My friend.
Yeah.
Hi.
Okay, so
Who's all in there?
I mean,
Happy wedding times. Oh, she muted herself.
That doesn't mean they can't hear you.
so I'd like to do that again, EJ.
Alright, roll me with disadvantage to throw at the mysterious splashing you hear somewhere in the cave echoing off of all of the walls.
7. Darn.
Okay, yeah.
Aw,
You chuck a rock in the general direction where you think something might be, but it's really hard to tell, like, pinpoint an exact location for this one. And you just hear a sploosh right next to, just next to where you hear the splashing coming from, but you do not connect. And anything else you'd like to do with your movement, or is that your turn?
Let's see here.
You're still
How
just
do I
standing.
know if it's a bonus ability?
If it is listed as taking a bonus action.
Okay, I see it now. Well, I'd like to back up a little more so I'm not right on the edge of the cliff side,
Okay.
and I'm good.
Alrighty. So you take a couple steps back, and now you're maybe 10 feet away from the edge of the cliff. And with that, Carmen, you see about 10 feet in front of you, another one of these creatures just kind of rises up right in front of you, just almost like pulled by his feet by some unknown force, and he kind of stands. It is not a shark. It is in fact another one of these creatures, and he immediately lunges towards you.
I punch it.
It is not the same.
yeah.
It is not the same one from before, but yes, it does rise up right in front of Carmen, in front of the stairs. Qzeth, you are standing in range to be able to punch it, so go ahead and roll your attack on that.
Wait, I thought he was gonna headbutt.
No, I would headbutt if it was coming at me. Like I'm not gonna be able to move my head all the way over there in time.
It's a reaction. to
Elastigirl.
punch
It's a
the one that-
reaction. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Like, we can't. All right, so it's a 13.
Okay. Let me check. I have too many things open. Yep, that hits. Roll
Cool.
for damage.
Ah. 4.
Okay. Yeah. So you bonk this creature, punch him real good in the side of the head, and he kind of is like knocked off course, but he doesn't even look up at you. He just kind of is knocked and continues trying to go after Light. He is going to try to swipe at you with his like
Oh,
bony
he can
fingers.
try.
he is trying. He is doing that. In fact, he does manage to wait. Your armor class is it
It's
still
19.
19 now? Great. Okay, so he tries to, and just his claws rake across your armor, doing no damage to you. And you're just like, come at me, bro.
Yeah, pretty much.
He does not manage to break or do any damage at all, but you do feel like a impact upon
Mhm.
your chest. The other one that was splashing around where Mama swizzled through her rock comes into the torchlight view and is like splashing, trying to, and it reaches the cliffside and begins to try to climb up the cliff towards where Mama Swizzle and Qzeth are. That is his turn. You do hear another splashing coming from farther off to the left from where you guys have been looking, so a little farther off to the left down the cave. Alright, back up to Carmen. What would you like to do?
Wow, I wonder what I'm gonna do. We're gonna try to hit it,
Mm-hmm.
and that is a 20, not natural.
Okay, nice. That hits.
Okay, I'm not smiting this time.
That's
Just
fine.
normal.
Mhm.
That is a third. No,
I Therno.
I can't do math. It's an 11 points of damage.
Nice. Okay. Yep, this creature is still kicking. He's been
now.
bonked and he's been sliced once again by your sword as you swing it down. In a similar motion to the last one, this time it kind of catches at the collarbone and it breaks it in half a little bit, but gets stuck before it goes any farther down into this creature. It just kind of roars in anger and bares its ugly teeth at you. Unless you'd like to use your movement, it is now.
Nope, I'm good where I am.
Ananias. Oh no, Qzeth, your turn. It is within your melee range still.
Awesome. I will claw at it, swipe at it this time.
Okay. Roll for damage or roll to hit.
Yep. Well, we know I'm gonna hit because I got a 19.
Yeah, that
Nice.
hits. These things are not very challenging. Roll for damage.
And damage. That is 6.
6. Alrighty. So you claw at it across the head and manage to sever like a good portion of its neck as you kind of scrape across right here. And it seems to be kind of like holding on by a thread.
It's partially headless water monster.
Exactly. It is partially headless water monster. Still going, still moving, thrashing around, but it does not seem to be doing so well. And you see like a black liquid kind of oozing from the wound that you just inflicted upon it. Movement? No movement?
I mean,
Yeah,
I can
nice.
attack it
Movement.
again.
Yeah, if you'd like.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. Roll to hit.
A 11.
That hits. Wait,
Okay.
11 total?
11 total.
Okay,
Yeah.
I thought it was the natural without your additions. So yeah, you try to take a
No.
second swipe at this creature and fall just short, missing it
Oh no.
by a little bit. And Ananias, you are up now.
I wish to Eldritch
Eldritch Blast.
Blast this being. So
I was gonna say you don't have the wish spell.
I
I mean, it's wishful
try to
thinking.
grab on to the strings and pull them back.
Mm-hmm. Like before, you feel them react to your movements, pulling back.
I
like a
don't think
crossbow
I've
string.
used Eldritch Or no. Okay, I have used. Do I have any spell slots left? How many spell slots do you get
Eldritch
at
Blast is a
a?
cantrip.
Yes, that's true, but I'm wondering if I have spell slots left.
You do. You have all of them left.
I don't know how many I have. I'm looking.
I see.
All of
If
them.
you have any, they're all restored right now. It looks like you have 2.
I have 2.
Mhm.
How would they all be restored if I just used one
What do you mean?
my last turn?
You didn't technically use a spell that turn. You just kind of waved your hands and did something.
Okay.
You
I
didn't
want
know
to
what you
cast
were doing.
Hellish Rebuke.
Alrighty. Nothing has hit you, so that spell doesn't really do anything.
What? I am sad.
Here, I'll hit her, and then I step on her toe.
But then it would be cast
Yeah,
at
it
you.
would-
so
it would
you're
be
not
burning
doing
you.
The thing that injures you.
All right. You know what? I have a stabby thing.
You do have a stabby thing.
I want to walk over and stab the creatures. Hopefully they hit me.
Okay. Hopefully they hit me. Which one would you like to stab? There is currently one climbing up the cliffside towards Mama Swizzle and Qzeth.
That one
and
because I
there's
don't want to
a
get wet.
Okay, sure. So you walk over to that one. It's still in the process of getting up onto the cliffside. Go ahead and make your roll with advantage on this creature. Which weapon are you using? You have several stabby
It is
things.
called. Let me figure out how to say this word.
Sword.
Claw.
Euclid? Mm-hmm.
It is
It's an Oopala.
usually a thrown item, but I'm just gonna, stab it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. Go ahead and roll to hit.
You said with advantage?
Yes, with advantage.
And this is a D what?
It is a D8 plus 2. That is the thrown range, though. I'm not sure if that would change, but I'm not going to bother figuring it out right now.
Okay, wait. So I got oh wait, I have advantage. I got 4 both times, plus 2 is 6.
6 total damage?
And I feel quite inspired. I feel inspired to stab this creature.
Technically, you can only use the D6 on a attack roll or an ability check, not on the damage itself.
What?
Yeah.
Oh,
I
okay,
mean,
that makes sense.
I don't really care if you'd like to use it for that. I could just say it worked for
How
this time.
how did she get inspiration and not me?
It's not an actual inspiration. She waved her hands and did magic things, and that just is one of the things that happened to happen.
I see.
uh,
I didn't do anything cool.
okay.
I promise. I looked
You
ridiculous.
see, I've been doing everything cool.
No, and it hasn't really worked for you. Maybe you should be more
I
like
know. Yeah, I
Alright.
need to be less cool so that like the bar is set lower for me.
So, Kat, I'll leave it up to you if you'd like to use your die for this. I'll say you can, but for future times, it won't work like that. What would you
No,
like to do?
I would not like to break the rules of 5th D&D.
Okay. So then, what's your damage total?
6.
Okay. You stab into this creature's face and give like a really big gash as you pull your dagger. A small spurt of black, oily liquid follows it, but the creature does not fall off the wall. It just continues staring angrily at you with its undead eyes, and that is your turn. Mama Swizzle, you're up. You're muted.
I am going to wild shape,
Ooh, alright.
Ooh.
and I transform into a giant wolf spider. Here's the stats.
Okay, thank you. I will grab that real quick.
So now I have dark vision, blind sight, and I can climb on walls and difficult surfaces. I'm also able to do web walker and web sense. So if anybody gets onto my webs, I can sense them,
Mm-hmm.
and I ignore the movement restrictions caused by webs.
Okay.
All right. So I'd like to try to make my way onto the ceiling.
Alrighty. So there is a nearby wall right to your right side. What is your speed when you have climbing? 40 feet. Okay.
My speed is 40.
Alrighty. So, everyone else, you see Mama Swizzle just kind of pull her cloak over her head, and then just 8 legs emerge, and she becomes like this large spider, giant wolf spider, and she just begins climbing on the side of the wall and gets up to the ceiling, where she looks down upon all of you. You can now, with your dark vision, see all the way across this water. It's only about 50-ish feet wide from the cave or the wall that you guys are fighting on to the other side to the other side of where the water ends and goes back to dry land. There's a similar incline where there's just a stone wall that goes down to the water, and there are 2 more creatures in the water currently that are splashing their way towards the group. Would you
Am
like
I able to spin a web as a
to-
giant web spider?
Let's see here. It does not.
It doesn't
appear-
say.
Yeah, it doesn't appear that you have the ability to like shoot webs or anything. You're not Spider-Man, so yeah, you do not have that ability right now.
Okay, so I'd like.
Also, was
Do I have enough
wild shape?
movement? To...
Wild shape was an action, right?
Yeah,
Okay, so getting to the ceiling was all your movement, by the way.
that was all my move. Okay,
Mhm.
that's all I want to do
So
then.
you're basically just right above the party right now, maybe just right above the wall where the stone meets the
Fair
water.
enough.
And yeah, unless you have a bonus action that you can do, that's your movement. But
I only have one action.
gotcha. Alrighty, so that is Mama Swizzle's turn. Now there's a giant spider on the ceiling, where Mama Swizzle
I
once
got the
was.
fly swatter.
Yeah, we need a flamethrower in here. Mama Swizzle had
Gotta
not told
burn it all
anyone that
down.
she can just like turn into scary beasts whenever she wants to, so that might be a little disconcerting. The ghouls now are going to try to attack. Which ones are alive? That one, that one, and that one. Okay. Sorry. So one of them is going to, or the one that's currently climbing up the wall is going to make it to the top of the wall and try to lunge at Ananias, who just stabbed it in the face. Didn't roll too well. Ananias, what's your armor class again? 14. Alright, so this creature tries to take a swipe at you, but you just kind of take one step back, one big step, and you're out of its range. Its bony fingers kind of nick the edge of your cloak, but do not do any damage to you. The other 2 ghouls try to make it to the stairs from the water where they currently are, and both of them, or one of them is not close enough to make an attack, but the other one is going to try to swipe up at Qzeth. This one actually managed as a hit against all odds, despite your armor class. So
Wow.
this one is just gonna
Wow.
kind of like reach up along the wall and just kind of bite onto your toe, like right on your foot.
Really
Which toe?
It doesn't matter. I'll let you choose.
Yes.
Okay. It is.
Don't let me choose. I can't choose between that.
It is actually right on your foot, like the big part of your foot, rather than on your toes in themselves. And it does. I have far too many tabs open. This is crazy, man. Okay. It does 5 damage to you as it bites your foot,
Okay.
sinking its teeth deep in.
When I pulled up my character stuff, I had 13 health
Mhm.
out of my 17 max.
Okay.
Was that from stuff that happened this time, or was this after our long rest, which I assumed that we had?
Every damage that you have taken has been after this long rest, because no one
Okay.
even got damaged in the first fight before you leveled up. So-
No, I had gotten damaged.
Did you get damaged in that first fight?
Yes.
I don't remember. I mean,
Did I get damaged this go around?
well, you got damaged by the
No.
skeleton, I thought. Yeah, remember you took
Yeah.
you took 4 points of damage to your knee,
Uh-huh.
which is actually the same leg that you're getting bit on right now. So that should be 9
It's my unlucky
total
leg.
points of damage that are taken off of whatever your max is.
Okay, but I didn't heal since then. Okay.
No, you have
That's
not
what it is
had
asking.
any healing magic.
Okay.
Alrighty. So that's what happens, and Carmen, you're up once again.
All
There are now
right.
2 ghouls right in front of you.
I'm gonna smack the ghoul nearest to me.
Okay.
Oop, that rolled off the table. I'll re-roll that. That's a 19.
That hits. Roll for damage.
Okay. That is 10 points of damage.
Very nice. I've lost track of which one was the damaged one and which one was not. I believe this is the damaged one, the one that's
Yeah,
closest
it's
to
the
you.
closest one to me. Yep.
Yeah. So, as you're bringing your longsword down upon it again.
Mhm.
This time you kind of give it more of a swishing motion, torch in one hand, sword in the other, but both kind of holding onto one object, and you swing this sword and flame right up along this creature, giving it a large slice across the stomach, and it as well basically kind of cleaves outward in half. Not fully cloven in two, but it is basically not able to hold itself together anymore, and it kind of tries to swipe at you one last time as it falls into the water, landing on top of the corpse of its brethren and not being able to keep going. Anything else you can do on your turn?
Nope.
All right, QZ, you're up.
Okay.
There are 2
I
ghouls
think-
left, from what you can see.
Yeah, so the one that has bitten me,
Mhm.
I think I am going to grab it and then just like throw it into the air and punch it back down into the water.
All right, roll me a strength check. I'll
Sure.
say the first one is a grappling check, and then you can use your bonus second action to punch it in the face.
Okay.
Rather
Just
than
straight
doing
up
2
strength.
open arm strikes. Yes, a strength check.
Okay. So that is 15 total.
That succeeds. So you reach down, just grab this creature by the elbows, and kind of it's still just grabbing on as it is yanked up, and then you just spike it down. Roll to hit with that.
Yep. That doesn't really matter, but an 18 plus 6.
That hits.
Yeah.
So you just kind of spike him down, crunching his head down onto his shoulders.
And 7 damage.
Alrighty. This ghoul has his head like bonked down, and he falls back into the water, landing on his butt. He is prone for all intents and purposes.
Headbutt.
Ananias, you're up. Yeah.
Yes. So what creatures are near me?
There's currently the one that attacked you, Ananias. It's standing on the cliffside and it tried to swipe at you. And then there's the one that's fighting Qzeth. It's standing at the bottom of the stairs. Or sitting now at the bottom of the stairs.
Now the question is, does slightly damaging my robe enable me to cast Hellish Rebuke?
It does not.
On yourself.
Dang. Okay. Let's see what I have on me. I want to... I have random objects in my... Lots of random objects. What is a piton? Anyways, I have mace.
Alright. You're gonna take your mace and try to
And I'm
block it?
assuming this is a mace, not mace.
Ah! My curved winning eyes! Alright, roll to hit. With your mace.
Yes. 15?
Yeah, that hits. Roll for damage.
Wait, let me make sure I'm doing this right. It is a
If you'd like, you can also roll the damage. and the-
1d6 plus 2. So I got 6, so it's going to be 8.
Nice. And this is to the one that already had some damage to it. Alright. Okay. So yeah, you take your mace and just boom, swing it upside the creature's head, knocking him to the side, and he takes a couple stumbling steps towards the wall that Mama Swizzle is on, or below Mama Swizzle. The Oh, okay. It's Mama Swizzle's turn now, by the way. Mama Swizzle, what would
Okay.
you like to do?
Is one of them the uninjured one? Is it under me?
There aren't any uninjured ones anymore.
Okay, so the least one that looks least injured. I'd like to crawl above him and drop on him and bite him.
Okay, you are up on a ceiling that's like 20 to 30 feet off of the ground, so you will take damage yourself from falling that high. You'll definitely hurt him too, but it'll hurt you. Are you sure you still want to do something like that?
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Okay. So, the one that looks least damage appears to be the one right by QC, like basically right underneath him. So, you sure you still want to try to basically drop right in
Do it.
front of QC?
I'm
Yeah.
doing it. I'm doing it.
All right. You crawl along the ceiling, dodging these stalagmites or stalactites as you're going, and then you're just like, and you flip yourself to land with all your feet facing down. You're gonna drop right on top of this prone creature. Roll to attack with disadvantage.
Okay.
Or no, with advantage. Sorry, he is prone.
All right. Attack is +3. Okay. So it is a 19 plus 3.
19 plus 3. Yes, that hits.
All right. And then the hit. It says 4 parentheses 1d6 plus 1. What's that supposed to mean? Is that 1d6 plus? I don't get it.
Your hit? Oh, your hit is 4, so that's a +4 for your modifier. And then
Okay.
the 1d6 plus 1 is how much damage you do if you're doing a bite attack, which you're not. You're doing
Yeah.
a body slam.
Oh, we're doing a body slam. Okay.
That's what you said you were doing. I
But
thought-
yeah, I was. I said I was dropping down to
Okay.
bite. Them,
Oh,
is
okay.
what
I
said.
didn't realize you were trying to bite him rather than just straight up use your body weight to crush him. What would you like to do? Crush him or use your bite attack?
I want to bite him. I want to
Okay.
bite him.
So
So
you're
still a
falling.
1d4.
You're falling from like 25 to 30 feet as you're biting. So your face is gonna hit the ground basically. Even if you succeed your attack, you're not gonna have a good time. All right. So what did you say, Ray? For your damage?
Yeah, I want to. Oh, the damage. Okay, 4. Oh wait, I used a 1d4. Sorry, 1d6 is the square one. Okay, 6 plus 1 plus 4. Is it? I'm still not sure how to read that.
So you rolled a 6 on your damage plus 1, and
Yes.
no, the 4 is for your like when you roll the d20, you add that to see if you hit.
I thought that was the +3, where it says melee weapon damage +3 to hit.
Oh, I see. Sorry. Okay, so that hit 4. That's 4 is the average. Like if you weren't gonna roll, 4 is just the average, rather than rolling
okay.
6 plus 1. So yeah, it's just you rolled +1.
So 6 plus 1.
Okay, gotcha.
So that's 7 damage.
So
And then he has to make a DC 11 Constitution saving throw if he survived that.
well, that's gonna be irrelevant because Ray, as you fall from the ceiling, or Mama Swizzle, you basically just fall. Your giant jaws clamp down upon this creature. That alone is
mandible.
not enough to kill it. So you bite into him, but moments like a millisecond later, your entire body weight just comes down, crushing this creature. Your face is blasted into the water and into the stone right below it. You take 12 points of fall damage. This creature also takes 12 points of crushing damage, and along with your bite attack. And basically, this creature is squashed into jelly, which kind of just spreads out along this water as you create a large splash, like almost a shockwave that kind of reveals the bottom, the dry bottom of the cave for a second before it all crashes down upon you. You are knocked out of your wild shape form, and you return
Yes.
back to Mama Swizzle, taking 1 point of damage to your normal form. And
Alright.
you now lay on your face, kind of rubbing your beak on the ground as
I
this water
shake my
crashes
head.
in upon you,
Shouldn't
and
have touched the water.
you feel the water like below where you're sitting, kind of like eating at your flesh. And as you lift up your wing to like shake off this water, it looks inky black below the surface, and it's kind of like biting at your flesh. It does 4 points of necrotic damage to you as you are sitting there. And that is your spectacular turn. The ghoul that's facing Ananias is going to try to swipe at you once again, but it is pretty off balance from that mace hit to the head. So it just kind of swings at you and manages to hit the wall instead.
Well, that's good because I wasn't even looking at him. At this point, I'm looking at
Mama Swizzle.
Mama Swizzle, who I'm extremely distracted by. And also
I'm pretty sure
concerned that
everyone
now,
is.
I don't know how far that splash of water went. I don't want to be getting wet. I'd have to do more dry cleaning.
You might
on
feel
my...
water like droplets hit you, but nothing damaging.
Okay. They don't even
And-
burn a little? It's not spicy water?
It doesn't appear to be spicy water, unfortunately, or
Oh.
fortunately.
Fortunately.
And with that, it is Carmen's turn once again. You have
What?
just seen a giant spider, boom, creating a shockwave and drenching you in like goopy, slimy pond scum water, and you're just like, oh, that's fun.
She's like, this is just a normal day.
Yeah. Mama Swizzle is now like sitting in the water in front of you, and the only ghoul that you can hear or see is off to your right behind you, where Ananias is fighting them.
Can I fish Mama Swizzle out of the water?
Yep. You would have to take a step or two into the water to do so.
I'm fine with that.
Okay, so you take a couple steps into this water, your armored boots kind of hitting the slick surface of the stone below the water, and you grab Mama Swizzle and pull them out. You don't take any damage from this. It's very easy to
And
just kind of yeet
yeah.
Mama Swizzle out of the water and sit her up on the stairs.
Yeah, and then I'll move out of the water myself.
Okay, yeah. So both of you end your turn out of the water.
Yeah.
QZ, you're up. You now hear the sounds of combat behind you, and you've just been utterly drenched, head to toe. You've got like a little bit of kelp in your hair.
I'm just gonna spend the entirety of my turn just kind of like grooming myself and shaking it off.
Yeah, alright, that's completely fair. Ananias, you're up.
Okay. I stab.
Okay, with what?
Yeah, the thing I'm still holding in my hand.
The mace? Alright. Stab.
I know you can't. I mean, I do. Yeah, I guess I stab with the mace.
What she does is she flips it around so that
Oh yeah,
she's holding
it's a
the ball with
double-ended
it,
weapon.
and then she can just stab them with the handle because
Yeah.
that's
No.
sharper.
No, I think
Technically,
that.
he's not wrong. Oh boy.
I forgot I was holding a mace, gonna be honest, but yeah. I'm just gonna roll with it.
Alright. So you want to try to stab this creature, like, you can pin it between your mace and the wall. It's still leaning up against this wall, pretty much. So that
Okay.
alone would still do damage to it. Roll to hit. And you can also roll damage at the same time if you'd like, just assuming that you hit. If you ever don't hit, you can just ignore the damage.
Okay. I do hit. It's 16 plus whatever.
Mm-hmm. What's
And
the damage?
then damage is 1 plus 2, so 3.
Okay. And with that, you stab this creature with the mace, and it is kind of knocked up against the wall. His arms are kind of flailed outward, and the mace ball is just kind of up against his neck, pushing him against the wall. He snarls at you. He is temporarily restrained, however, he still is alive. It doesn't seem to have hurt him that much. And with that, Mama Swizzle, you're up.
What?
You have been set on the stairs.
Okay. I'd like to throw a magic stone out
Alright. Yeah, roll to hit.
down monster.
I don't know if my internet cut out. I guess it was my internet that just cut out.
Do I have a disadvantage?
No, you're fine. You're just sitting on the
Oh.
stairs, and you have full line of sight. You don't even have to get up if you'd like to. Just throw the rock like that.
Yeah, I just toss it from the bottom.
Yeah, roll to hit.
All right. 18 plus 6.
Yep, that hits. Roll for damage.
Damage. 2 plus 4. 6.
Alrighty. That is the last of this creature's hit points. How would you want to do this?
While it's growling at Ananias,
Mhm.
I just toss the rock right into its mouth.
So you throw the rock right into its mouth as it's suddenly its throat is clogged by a large stone of the cave that it's lived in all its life, and it suddenly can't do anything, and it just kind of falls to the ground, dead.
There we
All
go.
the air gets clogged back inside of it and it pops.
Yes. And with that, the cave, the sounds of the echoing rumbles and splash sounds and combat all fade away, and it returns to a silent, eerie cave once more. Nice job, guys.
Woo!
Yeah.
I'm really gonna need to throw some harder enemies at you.
I don't know. I'm pretty hurt.
I'm
How
pretty hurt too.
how hard are you guys?
How hurt are we?
Yeah,
Well,
how
I'm
hurt-
bloodied,
Oh,
so I'm at
okay.
half my health.
So Carmen will go over and she'll spend her last spell slot to cast Cure Wounds.
I don't think anything ended up hitting me, even though I was asking for it.
Nothing hurt you.
I offered, but
That's 9 points of healing for you.
okay, thank you. Gets
No
me back to
problem.
full.
Nice.
Yeah, so she puts her hands on your knee and your foot where you have taken damage, and just kind of focuses down for a second. You feel a slight warming sensation as a glow emanates from your leg, and suddenly when she takes her hands away, it looks like weeks of healing have gone by, and now there's just a faint scar where there was a open wound before.
I heal very fast.
I want to go
Accept.
and look at the water.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ananias, you walk over to the water, and it still appears the same kind of murky, gross ooze that it was before.
Is it black?
No, it is murky on the top. You can see like the floating lichen and kelp and algae and stuff, but you don't see the black inky stuff on like deeper below. It seems to be hidden. But you do see a table kind of floating closer to you after that large tidal wave happened. It's being carried by faint residual
How
waves.
far away is the table from me?
It's floating basically up to the stairs at this point. It's a big, wide table. Was once for dining. It seems it's pretty rotten and old, but
Why is there a
maybe
table?
4 foot by 8 foot.
It's
a
just
table.
there?
Yeah, it's just in the water.
Okay. Can I touch the water?
Yep. You touch the water. Nothing appears. to
Yes.
happen.
Okay, this is water. It's not
It-
drinkable
it is
because
water.
it looks icky.
I mean, it's gross. I mean, you can drink it
Yeah.
if you want.
I don't really want to.
Mhm.
There's nothing like deep in the water once I touch and move away the algae on the surface.
Moving away the algae on the surface is easier said than done. It is replaced by more algae as you do so. It's basically just
Yuck.
a homogeneous mixture of ooze and gross.
Mm. Okay, I shake it off. A little bit got on my sleeves.
Mama Swizzle, were you coughing and like had water up your nose earlier or something?
I bumped my beak, remember?
Yeah, that's true. I wasn't sure what the gesture was. Alrighty. So what would you guys like to do now?
What?
I said, what would you guys like to do now?
Go for a swim. Why?
Mama Swizzle just plops down, exhausted.
Am I dry now, by the way?
Yeah, you've spent a round basically like ruffling your feathers and
Well,
your feather-
technically, I'm
yeah, your feathers
like
are
a bird.
usually like, water off a duck's back. It kind of you don't get too wet in your actual feathers. Your clothing might be still soggy, but you're fine.
How big is this expanse of water? Is it like a lake?
Well, as far as you can see, oh, you know what? Your torch kind of got soaked by a giant tidal wave.
It did.
When I first walked up to it, could I see it?
You at no point have been able to see all the way across. The farthest you've been able to see is 40 feet across this water.
Is it-
But
Carmen
assuming, sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, would it be possible for us to walk like the circumference of the lake, water source, pond, river?
Well, on the right side, it appears that there's basically a sheer rock face, and then the drop
Okay.
down. So there is no path on the right. There might be path over to the left, but it's too far away to be able to see.
Can
at this
I
point.
find a big
I
enough
want-
stick to pole vault it?
Okay,
The ceiling might
While-
be the limiting
while
factor
he-
with that.
while he is looking for a stick, can I
In a cave. He's looking for a stick in a cave.
can I test out the table? Does it support my weight?
Yeah, as you put your feet on this table and kind of test to see if it'll hold your weight, it's kind of disturbingly crunchy. Like it's got that kind of rotting wood kind of bend and flex to it, but it does support your weight and it seems relatively stable.
I'll just use the
with your-
table to vault across.
I have a boat. No.
What do you have? A pole vault? No. Oh boy.
Ah! Sorry. A cat attacked my foot through
I didn't
my
know
desk.
such thing.
Sounds dangerous.
Well, it sounds like something you would do, what doesn't it?
Yeah. Did you find that stick?
Did I? I
Most
mean,
of the
I'm
wood that
asking.
most of the wood you have seen in this cave system has been like old
Net
rotting,
20.
has been old rotting support beams of like
And one perfectly
mine
good
shafts
pole
and stuff.
vaulting Olympian grade.
No,
I'm
you
not
find
lying.
nothing.
I am not touching it. I am not
I
touching
didn't
it.
even ask you to roll. There. I didn't even know you were trying to look for it yet. I thought you were just joking.
It's my 20. I'll turn it around.
I can see it.
I believe that it was a 20. I didn't ask for a roll.
Well, that's too bad. I gave it to you.
Okay, you don't find a stick yet.
Maybe
Maybe you find a
Mama
very
Swizzle.
long, like, stone stalactite that's fallen out of the ceiling. that's it.
Does Mama Swizzle have a stick? Does she
Mama
carry around a
Swizzle
stick?
does not.
Okay. Well,
I
can I
mean,
just?
I have a quarterstaff. That might be able to be used.
How many of us can fit on the table?
It would seem
I'll never let
probably-
go.
Yeah,
mean,
never let go.
You would estimate probably one at a time would be
We
better.
could just have like,
However,
yeah, we just
you could
go back and forth.
you could
Maybe like one person and a mama swizzle.
try.
It's okay, baby girl.
One
Okay,
person
I
and a
think
mama
that-
Swizzle.
I
Wait,
think
are we trying to
whoever's
get
the-
across the lake?
Yes.
We're getting
Yeah.
across the lake. Whoever is the lightest will swim it from back to side with their stick.
We'll be the
It would probably be
ferryman.
Mama Swizzle. who's the light.
No, I think it's the bird guy. I mean, I know she's a bird, but she's too old.
It's going to be between me or Mama Swizzle. However, I still believe that it would be Mama Swizzle.
Why do you think it'd be me?
I don't know.
You calling her thin?
You call
No.
him thick?
Of course.
Mama Swizzle's only 80 pounds.
I'm trying to look for where I had that in my description. I don't know if I necessarily had it. I'm 90.
So you're heavier than me?
Mhm.
You weigh almost as much as me.
Mama Swizzle, realizing what you're trying to get her into, decides to shapeshift back into the
Spider and just crawl
spider
across.
and walk across from the ceiling.
Suddenly,
I'm
Mama
punching.
Fizzle like grows these legs again, terrifyingly, and just like begins climbing up the wall, and makes it to the other side.
Okay. Carmen, can I
Yeah.
take QC across and then send him back for you? Or would you
Sure.
like to go first?
I can wait.
Okay.
We also have rope. Like we don't even have to have like any paddle or anything. We can just like do one rope across.
How are we gonna rope across? This is
You
a
tie it
huge
to
lake.
one end,
So
I guess.
true.
This is huge. We're gonna like poke the
Well,
bottom
we
of the
don't
lake
necessarily
with a stick
know that
to
it's
move
huge.
us
What
along.
if the end of the lake is just out of our
We
sight?
can't see it. We
He is
can't see
smiling.
it.
He is smiling. So this is in fact the case.
He's smiling at how ridiculous we are. Ferry me across this lake, QZ.
Fine. Do I roll the ferry? Net 20. Because I'm
Roll.
using it from before. I don't even care. I'm not rolling.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I'll let you use that net 20. Why not? You're very
You're
good.
really good at rowing across miniature cave lakes.
Yeah.
It was my old job.
I love that. Her. I'm
her,
sorry.
Her. Yeah. Yeah.
So, as QZ
I'm getting some strong vibes that you have misgendered this cat.
as QZ
Psychic vibes.
steps onto this this rickety platform, it kind of flexes and bends, but it does manage to hold the weight of both Ananias and QZ. And QZ just kind of puts the stick. Which stick is he using? Whose stick is he using?
A stick.
All right,
The
we'll
stick.
say that you're
One
using
of
the
the ones-
broken off stalagmite that's like 4 feet long. It's just made of stone, and you just kind of dig it. You expected this to be a bit deeper, but it just immediately hits the ground like after a foot of putting the thing in there, and you just kind of scrape your way along. The table actually still seems to have support on the bottom of the floor as well. So it's just kind of more scraping along rather than rowing cleanly. But you managed to push your way across without touching the water, and scoot your way all the way over to where Mama Swizzle's waiting, still as a gigantic spider.
I
I
turn
hop off.
around.
I hop off the raft immediately, and me and my cloak, we like into a circle, just sit next to Mama Swizzle on like the slightly damp ground.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll describe the area in just a second once everyone's there.
Well, apparently it's slightly damp.
It is. There's water.
There has just been a tsunami.
Yeah.
There was a cannonball contest and the spider won.
Yeah, pretty much. So QZ, are you pushing your way back across to the other side to get?
Well, I mean, now the question is, was it far enough where I can just like push back the table by itself?
Yeah,
or...
it'll probably skid its way across to the other
Okay,
side.
I'll just shout over. All right, I'm pushing back the table. It's not that far.
Yeah,
Then
it's
I push it
only
back.
about 50 feet across, from what you.
That's
I push
far.
it back. I push it back while staring at Ananias.
So Carmen, after a couple seconds, you see the table drift back into your sputtering torchlight, which is still struggling after having been drenched, but it's still going. It kind of is recovering, and the table bumps back up against the stairs.
Okay, I will step on the table.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
It flexes a bit
quarterstaff-
more than it did before, but
Yeah,
it is fine.
quarterstaff in one hand
Mhm.
and torch in the other. So I put my sword back in its sheath.
Mhm.
I gondola style row my way
Mm-hmm.
across this lake.
You easily make it across the lake, just like the others did, and you reach the other side where your companions are waiting for you. As
And
you
then I
all
put
reach,
my quarterstaff away.
as you all reach this other side, you look around and you see, this is a similar side, or this is a similar little opening cavern, stalagmites above you and a small cave around you, similar to the other side had been. There's a couple stalagmites that stick out of the ground, maybe 10 feet tall. There don't appear to be any small little kobold caves that run through this area, but there is a large pathway leading off to your left that you can go down to continue moving. It appears to be part of the same abandoned mine shaft type thing. On the floor, which is damp, there are, as you inspect closer, some of these stones seem to be, rather than like rough-hewn stone and natural cave system, this is more like bricks and cobblestones that have been placed into a particular pattern and running through these cracks and drifting down, just very light trickle into the main basin here, are different colors of water. Like you see a color that seems to be more yellowy type of water, and another one that's like black inky water leaking into this basin. And the water seems to be coming from the path that leads out of this cave.
Hearing Ananias chant soup, I take out my ladle.
Dude, really? I was actually chanting soup.
Oh, okay. I don't have a ladle.
I mean, I guess you have a mess kit or whatever, or you have rations, so you might have,
I
like,
have
a plastic
rations,
spoon
yeah.
with you. I'm joking. Plastic doesn't exist.
I go towards the soup. The source of soup.
Okay.
Also, it would be called magic metal in this fantasy world, let's be honest.
Magic metal. Okay. So Ananias
Why?
begins taking off down this cave. Do the rest of you
Plastic.
follow? King
Magic
River Ray,
metal.
you are... Hang on. How big is this giant spider? Medium beast. Okay, so you could probably squeeze your way down this pathway if you wanted to remain a spider.
Yes. I want to walk on the ceiling as much as possible.
All right. Yeah, this room is also 10 feet tall. This cave system that you guys are in. So you are able to remain on the ceiling, walking above the party as they're going. You're actually a little bit faster than them, so they're just kind of like, oh, big spider above us.
Can Ray see better than us with
Yes.
his 8 eyes?
I mean, I can see in the dark.
He has
Yeah,
dark
exactly.
vision and a +3
Exactly.
against perception, so
So-
take that as you will.
With 8 eyes, their eyes go to the side of him, so he has more than 180-degree vision currently.
Amazing.
Not 360 though.
Mhm.
Amazing.
It's like
Oh,
7... I was about to say, it's like 270.
Ray, with
Right.
your new perspective, your 8 eyes that are kind of like red and glowy, very spooky, like a Minecraft spider, you're seeing the liquid in these cracks, and you see this black liquid, this yellow liquid, and you begin to see a couple more liquids as you get slightly ahead of the group. An orange trail of trickling liquid, and a blue trail, then a red one. And as you see the red one, you're struck by the sensation that looks almost like blood, and you hear a small voice in your head.
And it says, Mama Swizzle.
No. That would be amazing if it
Even your thoughts are Mama Swizzle.
did. It says, why do you run from the blood you spilt? And that is it. As you continue. Did you have something to
Thought
say?
I was gonna say,
Ananias?
never gonna give you up. Yes, I have a question.
Okay.
What? This is yellow water. Does it look like pee or does it look like gold?
No, it looks like
It's an in-between.
lemonade. Or it
So
looks
it's
like
copper.
So
like-
pee. So
Lemonade
Not-
looks
not
like
quite.
pee.
not quite. It's
Yeah,
more
maybe
more
you're
vibrant.
pee.
It's like yellow
However,
Gatorade
I
or
am a
something.
hydrated boy.
I am
like-
dehydrated, so
Imagine if you
that
took like vibrant
Here.
electric yellow sulfur
like
No,
Gatorade.
thank-
neon and just kind of mixed it into water. It's that kind of.
yeah, Gatorade.
Yeah,
Okay.
So it's Gatorade.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Does this look drinkable? I'm tempted to know that it's drinkable.
Out of character, you need to drink it. In character, that's irresponsible.
I mean, as you guys are going further down the passageway, these trickles become larger. They begin to like form into actual like little streams, little slurries that are going.
So
along
we
this
have the
Oh.
pee
pathway.
pool, we have the
My-
blood pool, we have
My
the...
character likes to collect various
Mystical-
dangerous chemicals and
You're an alchemist.
wonders if this is an acquirable thing
It is-
to either be used in an offering or in
Take this pee I
combat
found
situation.
in the cave.
It
I'm
is deep
so
enough,
upset.
and,
I'm playing
and
a
there is
responsible
enough.
character.
It is deep enough, and there is enough like liquid to be able to get it in your flask or try to drink it or do something if you'd like.
I just want to drink the colorful liquid, but I can't.
Okay, so like, you know that flask I had filled with Mama Swizzle's smoke?
Yeah.
I. What?
You tried to collect the smoke.
It didn't work. So
I don't know what you expected.
I was really hoping it would. And anyways.
So I imagine
I-
you don't want to lose that, so you kind of take it off. Just wait a second. There's nothing in there.
so I don't know which I'm just gonna ask Carmen. She seems knowledgeable. Which like point at them, wondering which one I should collect.
Should I roll like an Arcana to see which one would not kill her?
Well, that depends.
Them?
Do you want it to not kill you, or do you want it to kill you?
I don't. I'm not.
What are
gonna
we
kill
looking for here?
Antonidas. I'm just gonna be very.
I mean, your guess is as good as anyone's as far as what the effect of these things would do. So as far as Arcana trying to figure out what they do, you don't know. You can roll to
I
figure
got
out
a
which one
one.
looks tastiest.
Sure.
Which one looks tastiest? It's gonna be the blood, isn't it?
18. Which one's the tastiest?
Okay, so as you continue to
You
walk down
sniff
this
each.
passageway, the path takes a right and then a left, and it kind of branches off once again. But you're following these trails of liquid. The total number
Maybe if we go far enough, there will be labels.
of these colors that you see at this point are red, orange, yellow. It's basically just Roy G. Biv, except no
Okay.
eye, no indigo.
That's racist.
So those
but
are the-
continue.
Those are the colors that you have, and in addition, you also have the black liquid, the murky, inky, gross one.
You see, it is not racist because you can't be racist against black people.
Technically,
Wait. Wait, you
That's
can't be racist against white people is what I meant to say.
Yeah. There you go.
So which one looks the tastiest?
okay,
Okay. With my
subjectively,
18 Arcana.
technically it is
Okay.
subjective as far as which one would look the tastiest.
You
But
mean
I'm
God
gonna
No,
say,
Ethan.
for the
The
tastiest
orange one looks
eater?
the tastiest. Thank you.
I'm gonna say, for me personally, red looks the tastiest. You notice
The
that
blood.
the red.
Okay, what do you think would be the most interesting if we taste it? Tell us
Yeah,
that one's
what's
the
the most
tastiest.
yeah, with an 8.
As you're looking at the red, trying to figure out which of these looks the most tastiest, you see that the red liquid is kind of like it's fully red. If this is the liquid traveling along, it's fully red. Then the red kind of shrinks into like a small sliver of red within a clear liquid like water, and then it expands outward again to fill the whole surface of the liquid again, and it continues pulsing like that.
They didn't mix in the syrup properly.
It's life
Yeah.
syrup.
I hate it when
almost
my
looks
cheer
like
wines
Kool-Aid
get like
that's
that.
like kind of separating out and then forming.
Carmen will point that out to Antonidas.
Antonitis. That sounds like a disease.
I know. I was
Sorry.
gonna say the same.
My brain was fried.
It's Ananias.
You're
Just
all
call-
good.
just call
I
her
deserve
Annie.
that.
Just call her
No, no,
Annie.
no, no, no. Pump, you don't even understand. I was so mean to Light earlier.
No,
Yeah.
it's okay. It's honestly, it's okay.
Okay, I
Oh,
grab
boy.
the flask, which is unfortunately not full of smoke. My other one is though, and I'm aware because that one was that one we've double checked that.
Mhm.
But this, I try to scoop in some of the pulsing red liquid, and after I get it full, like I let it go into it, and this is a pretty heavy amount. So I take like a little sip of it, and then I put it on my belt.
Mhm.
Yeah, just
As-
but not a lot. I'm just taking a tiny sip.
Yeah.
Like I just want to know what it tastes like because it looks delicious.
It does taste
Tastes like
delicious
cherries.
as well. As you taste it, it immediately fills your mouth with like the kind of cinnamony mixture of almost like a health potion. If you've ever had one of those before, I don't know if your character has, but it does taste like kind of a spiced tea beverage, and it's definitely magical in some way. As you're tasting it, it begins to spread like a warmth throughout your mouth and into your stomach, and you're just like,
My character has
that's
never
weird.
had a health potion.
okay, well, it is like a apple cider kind of tea or something, and Suddenly, everyone else sees Ananias begin to shrink. Ananias, you look up at everyone and you're like, what's happening? And zoop, you suddenly shrink to half your height.
Ah, that's what you get for turning me into a strawberry.
Okay, strawberry bird.
Oh, that's great.
Oh, no.
Do my clothes shrink too? Hopefully.
No.
Yes.
What? How does that make sense?
It doesn't, but I just don't want to have to deal with characters being
No,
naked.
It's bigger than her. She'll just wear it. It's just like she has like a dress on.
I
A
would
very,
rather
very flowy
I would
dress.
rather the magic work to where it just shrinks everything on their person rather than having to deal with the implications of that. I do
So now we
agree with
have
you
tiny
conceptually.
playing cards.
Everything that was on Ananias has now shrunk to 1/2 of its original size.
Ananias,
I don't
you're
think my
smaller.
stuff is gonna be that effective anymore.
It might be even
Well-
more effective because it's all compacted into a smaller portion.
I like how you think.
What you can do is take your stuff, say that it's actually like some medicine and stuff, give it to one of the things we're fighting, say it's their prescription and they dropped it. Then they'll
I
eat
don't
it
like
and
that
it'll
idea.
tear them out from the inside.
What? Oh no. Oh dear. And Ananias, now that you're smaller, I assume the
No.
group has probably stopped for a moment to investigate.
Yeah.
No,
this
I now
strange
sound like a teenage boy. Okay,
thing.
not like a woman, not like a high pitched woman. I sound like a teenage boy.
So your voice got deeper?
And cracks a lot.
No,
Yeah,
no,
correct.
it was already. I had been using a deep voice.
Mhm.
I just can't replicate it.
And now, whenever you move
Except for
your
when I was screaming.
arms, the piano wires still feel like the same size they were. So you're just smaller, and it's harder to like wiggle your way through.
Wait, you mean the
weave.
piano wires are like this big compared to me?
They're thick.
Hold on a second. No, they're just the same size they were. Now you're just smaller.
You're only
Okay,
half
so
the
yes.
size. though,
Mama
so-
Jama.
Yeah. So then they're like I could grab them in my hands like this, and I'd be like a wire.
Were they that big beforehand?
Well, okay, originally they were thin like spaghetti, but now they're thin like thick spaghetti. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
They have gotten
they are
thicker.
very slightly thicker
No,
relative to you.
no. No, see,
Okay.
he said it was as thick as rope. Once we got into
Oh.
the cave, it got thicker and
Not
thicker
all
to
of
be as
them.
thick as rope.
But some of them. So yes, there were some that were piano wires. There are still some of those, but there are also ones that are thick as rope, some that are thick as string. But yes, the ones that are thick as rope are now like more like that to you. So it's
Can
become
I,
like
like-
a inflatable obstacle course that you're trying to get through here.
Oh no, I hate that.
Mhm.
Do I have to kind of push them out of my way as I walk?
A little bit, yeah. It's still not too difficult, but it's
What would happen if I climbed up one of the ropes?
it doesn't really support you. It's like trying to climb up water. It just kind of
Oh, yeah.
oozes out of your way. It's just kind of slowing you down.
Mhm.
But you can still feel like you can manipulate them. It's just going to be harder to do so.
Mhm.
So how's everyone else responding to this? Ananias just like, oh,
Are you okay, Ananias? I ask. Now we're like relatively the same height, right?
what? No, she was 6 feet
No,
before.
I'm-
Now she's 3 feet.
Oh,
Now
she was
it's
tall.
6
3
feet.
foot,
That's right.
yeah.
She was 6
I-
foot, right?
She's like a
I-
halfling now.
Yeah. I mean, look up like that.
Would you like to ride on my shoulder as we continue walking?
Does that
Arms
mean
gonna
I
I
pick
have
up
to
nod
take
it.
Mama Swizzle?
reluctantly. Yeah, I
pick
nod
up
reluctantly.
Ananias and plop him on my shoulder.
I have like, you know, little even more floopy arms than before. I like place it on top
Shrunk
your.
with
Do you have a
you.
helmet on? Do you have a helmet
No.
on? No. Okay. I place it on top of your head and try to not fall off
Okay.
like a kiddo.
I really want you guys to try some of the other flavors now.
I would love to try some of the other flavors.
You're not.
What does that
eating
Gatorade
anymore.
taste like?
It doesn't. Having you on her shoulder doesn't seem to phase Carmen. By the way, it's
Yeah,
just.
I mean, she's tiny now. It's barely an inconvenience.
Yeah.
I literally 3 foot is
decent
the
big.
size of some of my toddlers I babysit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
hmm
You don't
Yeah.
just throw a toddler on your shoulder.
QZ,
Yeah.
do you have any
Yeah.
cups?
You're not
Okay.
getting any more. And then I keep walking.
Mama Swizzle?
Mama Swizzle, come
The
on.
giant spider turns to look at you. Oh no! Even though it's making terrifying, like clicking spider sounds, it still distinctly says, "Mama Swizzle."
I, on Carmen's shoulders, reach up to see if I could touch Mama Swizzle. See if it's close enough to touch.
You're trying to
Is
touch
she
Mama
close
Swizzle?
Yeah, on the head.
Yeah, I'm Mama Swizzle.
I
Unless
pat
you went
Mama
way
Swizzle
far
on the
away.
head
Yeah, you can.
For why?
with my teeny tiny skeleton long finger like hands. Because I wanted to see if I could reach.
At this
You were
point,
just like, I'm tall! Yet you were already this tall beforehand.
you feel the wind of the cave once again brush past you, as though it's stronger this time, and you hear distinctly splash, splash echoing throughout the cave.
The word
like to
splash,
continue
splash.
forward.
Yes, the word splash, splash. Definitely not the sound effect of water.
Splash, splash.
I'd like to continue forward.
Okay. Oh, hold
I
on,
will
my
continue
cat needs to
forward
get
as
out.
well.
Okay, which I mean, I guess that automatically means Ananias is.
Alright, let's all walk forwards.
I'm cosplaying as Ananias currently.
Had to let my cat out. So Mama Swizzle, you carry on ahead of everyone, and everyone else follows, unless Pumpkin was doing anything else.
We were
No,
walking.
I was the first to start walking.
Okay, gotcha. So everyone is walking down the cave once more. As you,
I mean, I'm not walking.
yeah,
being carried.
Ananias is being carried. As you all continue forward, you make it to a place where another cave basically kind of joins up with you. So you're coming this way, another cave kind of joins in with yours, and both caves continue forward as one larger cave. And you enter what appears to be a much larger cavern. It is, let's see. It is farther than even Mama Swizzle can see with her dark vision, just by a little bit.
Well, by the time we get to the part where the ceiling starts getting too high for me, I just drop back onto the ground so I don't have to worry about hurting myself a second time.
You just
Gotcha.
squeeze in.
Yeah. So this room is very large. You can tell that it's kind of circular in nature. It extends to the left and right beyond you. There is very faint, like just the tiniest little remains of very rotted wood around some very corroded metal, as though they were like a long time ago were some mining equipment, but is now so old that it's pretty much unusable. And the ceiling has many more stalactites. It is a large circular room. Probably, from what you can see, you can't see all the way to the other side, but it's probably like
Frozen for y'all.
80
Yep,
to
you
100
froze.
feet in diameter. Did I freeze?
Yeah, you
For a
had
moment.
Okay.
diameter of 80 to 100 feet.
Yep.
Those
And
are the stalactites.
you're standing
slash
on
lights.
you're standing on like a 20-foot platform, and then at the end of that, it just descends down into darkness in front of you. That is as far as you can see from your current
I
position.
spit down it.
The water trails kind of go down. Some of them, no, okay. So they don't really go down. They go towards the edge, and then instead of like waterfall, it's more of a water rise. They fall
So
up
it's a water
towards the ceiling.
up.
Yes, and as you look up to follow where this water goes, all these colored strains of water go up into a large hole in the center of the ceiling. That is approximately 20 feet in diameter. There doesn't appear to be any ladder or stairs or anything up to them.
Is the current strong enough to pull someone up it?
Remains to be seen.
Also,
But
how
I
long
think
did it
there's one
take
of
us
us
to
who
get
doesn't have-
from?
It only took
Right.
you maybe 5 or 10 minutes, Ray,
Okay.
maximum.
So is my mass the same, and I'm
No.
just strength?
No.
My mass is different.
Yep.
So I
it's
weigh
1/8.
half my weight.
You weigh.
What's
you weigh
120
1/8.
divided by 2?
You weigh 1/8.
I weigh
is
1/8.
Mhm.
120 divided by 8.
A number.
Do 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 do
That would be-
do do.
30.
I think you were closer with 20, right?
15. I apparently
15,
weigh
yeah.
15 pounds.
Oh yeah, divided by 8, not.
You're a baby.
4. My bad.
I literally weigh as much as
15 loaves of bread.
yeah. I'm very light. I weigh so much. Like
Toss her into the
that's-
water. She
that's
can't
more
fight
than a
against
baby.
it.
That's literally a toddler.
Honestly,
I'm
the water
just-
the water has continued to get thicker, like a larger stream as you've gone. So now it's kind of almost all combining into one large waterfall, kind of, rather than individual streams almost. So it is thick enough to where it could conceivably wash Ananias up because of her tiny size. Yeah.
Now, Ananias, stay away from the water's edge. We don't want to lose you.
I look at him and I'm thinking, I thought they were gonna send me out.
Yeah.
They were gonna just get rid of me.
We would never get rid of you like that, alright?
I was not saying this out loud. Could you read my
Yes.
No,
emotion
he's the psychic.
through the black? I am the psychic here.
So, can we...
Mama Swizzle just jumps right into the stream as a
Oh my
spider, by the way.
gosh.
Okay.
Okay.
You're a
You
giant
didn't even
spider.
like
Can
walk
you
up to
fit
the
up?
edge to look down or see what was around first.
No, I just jump in. I just jump in.
Okay, well, as a spider,
Well,
your
okay, I
jumping
mean,
is-
at
Can
least
I mean...
At least the spider can get up and down via the wall.
That's fair.
But,
Ray
but
doesn't
Ray's
even need
a
the water. He
giant
could just
spider,
kind of
like-
climb.
is the water like a big path, or did it shrink down?
The
Didn't it?
water is about 10 feet across at this point.
Okay.
You
Oh,
you
that's
were at the
definitely
point
big enough.
where you almost had to like step in it
Yeah.
in order to continue walking. There was a very small bit of clear path in the center of your cave as you were continuing to
Okay.
walk by the end, and these you can still see the individual colors in this stream, but it's basically the streams got so big that they're basically one large rainbow.
It's a rainbow.
Pretty much.
This
What if I
is how
drink
rainbows are
that?
made.
What if I did that?
This is where they make Lucky
I feel
Charms.
like that would be an unwise decision.
So anyway, Ray, as you're leaping into the air to
I'm gonna have to try and grab Ray and stop this as well.
you, he's a giant spider.
I
You want to grapple him?
I don't know if grapple's the right word, but just kind of like grab before Ray leaps. Like seeing
You're gonna go with him.
Ray
He's
and
huge.
This is a
QZ,
possibility.
Could you each make me a strength check?
I hate everything that's happening right now.
Your strength is still the spider's strength, by the way, Ray. So it's a
Yeah.
+1.
So I should be fine.
Maybe? I'm not sure.
well,
I'm not sure why a spider only has.
I got a
+1
dirty
because it's
20.
abilities.
So
Okay.
A dirty 20. Yeah, he won.
Okay, so Ray, you're about to like leap with all 8 of your legs, and then you just you get stopped. He just is holding you in place. Like, no, bad spider. And now that you're at the edge, you can see a little farther. You see down, and there are platforms that kind of spiral down this this large abyss. In the center, there's a large hole. Just like descending down into blackness, and you hear water splashing at the bottom, maybe with slight clang of metal banging against something as it's washed away, and a splash of water comes in as more air blasts past you. But what catches your attention more is the large writing that you see on the wall, like the insane scrawlings of some large beast that was like blasting into this wall with some kind of disintegration spell or.
Do I recognize the language?
Yes, it is written in common, and it says.
We all speak this.
You do speak.
Well,
this.
maybe you do.
Let's see. Where
Yeah,
is
but
it?
so do you.
Okay.
Is
so,
Ray the only one who sees this as well, or do
no, you
I
both see
it?
this at this point as you've
Okay.
like kind of come to a stop, and you're just kind of taking a breather to look around first before you leap. You see the crazy
you can't
scrawlings.
give us a rainbow water up and not expect us to fixate on that.
I mean, you can. It's just you weren't close enough to the edge to be able to see down or anything first. But yeah, that's completely fair. The crazy scrawls on the wall are like jagged and not like almost as though they were written by a shaking hand. Like it wasn't done by hand, but that's how like, the kind of vibe you get. It says, "I cannot die. I will not die. I refuse to die."
Help! I'm dying.
And then below it you
I'm
see
dying.
in like much more calm, less frenzied musings, like maybe now the best way to gain in life and avoid conflict is if others like you instead of fear you. And that's it. That's where it ends.
I ignore the writing on the wall.
Well, you can't read it yet.
Mm. And below
we're
on these
not near the
platforms you
edge.
see like the shattered remains of puzzles or something, a tile.
Do I see a
Puzzle
way
has been
to
broken.
that way
Well,
down?
first I'm gonna relay it back to them what I saw.
Yeah,
I'll relay
they're
it back to the group.
close enough to where they could take 5 steps and they'd see it too.
Okay.
Well, I'm just telling them, hey, there's some writing down here, and it
Okay.
looks like a path.
Gotcha.
Come over and look.
Okay, yeah,
basically.
we'll
Do I
step
get
over.
set down at this point?
No, you're still
or-
on my shoulder.
Okay. I don't really have an option. It's whenever you decide to set me down.
Well, if you ask me to be put down, I'll put you down.
I'm too proud to do that.
She's
Okay, then
enjoying
you're staying
herself.
on my shoulder for a good while.
You could also just kind of
It-
get down without asking, just by leaning.
I guess, but
That's work.
You still
How
have like your
close-
dexterity. You could just flip off of her.
how close am I to the rainbow waters? How close does she walk past it?
The Rainbow Waters is like 20 feet away from you, where it starts going up. It's still within the torchlight, glittering and shining as it reflects the light.
Are we walking past it?
No.
As you walk up to the edge of the cliff, that's where the waterfall starts. So I mean, you're getting closer to it.
Good. That's all.
Kind of reach out.
That's pretty much all the
That is
points
the
of
plan.
interest in this cave. There are a bit of like shiny minerals in the very top of the ceiling where the water is heading up to.
If I was just a little bit more of a himbo, I'd be swimming in those rainbow waters right now.
So
Do you say that in character,
Ray
or
was,
are you
um,
just thinking this?
That's light thinking out loud.
Ray was seeing if there was like a path or something. I'd want to do the same. Like if there was like a way to get down there.
Yeah.
There are very rotten ladders and some kind of broken down stone stairs that descend progressively down past each of these stone platforms. But you can see that the bottom of this, wherever it used to lead, is pretty much flooded in water at this point. And each of the platforms are pretty run down and broken in various ways. Like it looks like there was once a puzzle of some kind with various symbols and tiles that has basically just been demolished on one of the platforms immediately, the one beside the one you're on, and each of them are about 20 feet down. So it seems kind of like the ruins of something that once was there.
Interesting.
Well, this water is definitely magical. I don't trust it necessarily. What do you all think?
Ananias, you feel like the large piano wires or ropes or whatever they are at this point, giant steel beams around you, are kind of vibrating at this point, like you're getting close to something.
Ooh.
They've
I want to
continued
go down
larger.
there. Does the water flow upwards?
It does.
The water flows up.
Well, then can't we just like go down using the water? Listen here. The water will slow our descent.
We're at
Okay?
the same level as the water. So
What do you mean?
we're here. Water's here with us, and then it goes, and we need to go.
It doesn't start at the very bottom?
No, we were walking alongside the water the entire time.
If
Oh.
if we how deep does it look to get towards like the bottom, EJ?
About 60 feet.
If I tied some rope around Mama Swizzle, would or we could tie some rope up here and climb down using a rope.
I'm just gonna jump.
Just gonna jump.
I'm jumping.
All right.
I use my wings to slow my fall, but I jump.
Yep. So you're just gonna dive headfirst into the water?
Well, that is increasing my speed.
Okay,
I am
so you're
trying
trying to slow
decrease my
yourself down
speed.
as much as you can.
Mhm.
Okay. Roll me dexterity.
Sure. It's a funny number. It's a funny number. So that's 8 total.
Okay. You struggle with your 2 injured wings as you're trying to slow your descent. Are you trying to land on the surface of the water or on one of these platforms or something? I assume the water.
On the platform. I was trying to take it like one platform at a time.
Oh, okay. So you're falling 20 feet then. Okay. Honestly, the rotten ladder, the wooden ladder that goes from your platform down to this bottom one is still there. It's not effective by any means, but it's there. You're just ignoring it.
I'm not using it. I
You're just
jumped.
jumping. Okay. You take 3 points of bludgeoning damage as you your ankle slam into the stone walkway.
Is it of the same leg, EJ?
Yes.
Walking with a limp now.
That is the worst that you take though. Now that you're on this platform, you can see this grid of like 5x5 tiles. What you're standing on currently is just blasted stone. Looks like it was naturally carved from the cave. Then these other tiles that you could step onto if you wanted to are indecipherable in terms of what they once were supposed to be, but they're like more carved platforms, or like they're much more smooth. They're carved. They seem to be like pressure plates of some kind, and there's symbols on the wall that correlate somehow to what was once on these tiles. But there's just a large section of these tiles that have just been blasted out, like a 2x2 section of tiles were just exploded by some magic spell a long time ago. Wouldn't be too difficult to just jump to the no longer functioning spot and then jump across if you wanted to continue along
Yeah,
the circle.
I will.
Okay.
I was seeing if you wanted to like let them follow me first, but I'm just gonna continue on.
I mean, they're watching you. It's up to them if
Oh,
they
okay.
want to continue.
I'm
yeah.
gonna tie some rope from my equipment onto one of the like there's probably a place I can do that, right?
Yeah, there's enough stalactites and rock
Stalags.
outcroppings to be able to, and Mama Swizzle legs, to be able to tie them.
All right, then I'll do that so we
Okay.
can safely climb down.
Okay. So you're tying onto like a small stalactite that's right
yep.
at the edge of the cliff here, and your rope is 50 feet, I believe.
Yes.
So it'll dangle about 11 feet above the surface of the water.
That's fine.
Alrighty.
Is there a wall that is not too select for me to walk down?
You can walk across any of these walls, even though they're a bit slimy and slick. You have 8 legs, so if one of your feet slips, you just correct and keep going.
So I'm able to go down there without being
You
whooshed
can go
away
up,
by...
You can go down. You can do whatever you'd like.
Okay, I'd like to use the wall to go down then.
Okay, so Ray begins just kind of doop 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 doop. Hey, Qzies, keeps going, and you reach the
No, you
surface. Yep.
Do you want to just have Mama carry me? If you want me to go down?
If you want, or you can stay on my shoulder. It's not that big of a hassle.
Are you getting down? Are you jumping?
No, I'm climbing down the rope I just set up.
Throw Ananias down it.
I am not throwing Ananias.
That'd be pretty funny though.
It's a nipple kitty.
Yes, she
Oh.
is a
She's
nipple
so
kitty.
pretty. I love
See
her.
all of her nipples.
Guy cats have nipples too.
I mean, she's been shaved on her belly
Why? To prove if she was a girl or a guy?
No, she was
because
fixed
we were
recently.
getting her fixed.
She was gonna get
Wow.
neutered, but it turns
That
out
is
it's a
shaved.
spay.
I know.
You had to get spayed instead of neutered. How do you feel about that?
Well, he would have felt emasculated. Now he feels
Ow.
not
see.
feminine. Anyway, so Ray, is Ananias going to be put on your back or what's up?
No.
I'll carry Ananias with me.
Okay, so Ray,
It's
as
like-
you're
I didn't
Put on the
realize
rope.
I was being carried down this easily, so.
Ray, as you're casually
I've
trotting
got 18
down,
in strength.
as you're casually trotting down to the surface of this water, you can immediately tell that this water is different from the water in the other cavern. Instead of being, regular water that's kind of murky and gross, this water appears to be the same inky black goo from the other
It
cavern.
was too heavy for the rainbow. That's why black isn't a color in the rainbow. It's too heavy.
Yes. You can see that it's kind of like seeping in from the very bottom of the stone. Like the platform where all the other rainbow water is going up, there's just like a faint trickle of water, the black goo that's heading down, not a part of the rainbow.
I try to relay it to
Through the
everyone.
stone. If they struggled before to understand what you're saying with your mama swizzling, they struggle even more with your spider foaming at the mouth.
Okay,
Missing
but
all
I
of
know
the
exactly what she said, or at least I think I do.
Alright.
What did she say?
That's a good one, Mama Swizzle, but like very inappropriate. Like,
Yeah.
What
it's-
did she say?
You really shouldn't say that about someone. It's just-
I just slapped myself with one of my mini legs.
I know
What did
you're
she
embarrassed
say,
by
Pump?
it, but you don't, I'm not gonna say it to you. All right?
it's
Who,
not-
me?
it's
You're
not
too
meant for
young. You're too
ears.
young to be hearing those words.
Are you speaking to me right now?
This
Strawberry bird?
No, he's correct. It's not suited for young ears.
I am older than both of you combined. I take
Okay.
out my tiny dagger.
It's about as threatening as like a push pin.
She just goes, "Ah!"
She could cause some mean paper cuts with that. You better watch out.
It's like a
Oh,
key.
I'm-
It's just a key.
I'm
Get back.
breaking in my boots
Oh dear.
Oh my god.
as I slowly pull us both down the ropes to the water.
I really could cut the rope though.
So, Carmen, are you just holding onto it and kind of like putting your feet against the stone wall as you're
Yep.
going down? All right.
Yep.
So, as you're going down right beside this waterfall, you also see like the black dripping stone below the waterfall. It's not exactly. It's almost like it's part of the stone. It's like not really going down the outside of the stone. It's kind of like seeping through the stone. But it's the same kind of inky goo as earlier. As you're rappelling down, right directly below you, there are 60 feet before you just hit straight water. There aren't really platforms per se right there, because the platforms kind of spiral around this cavern every 20 feet or so. So directly below you is just the inky water. What's your plan here?
Is
as you
there
descend?
a platform close by that I could almost like swing to?
Yeah, if you use your legs, you can kind of swing over to the one that Qzeth is currently approaching. Qzeth, you've reached the end of the platform that you were on. Are you wanting to descend another?
Yeah.
Okay. Same method, or do you want to use the rough,
Same method.
the rough ladders? All right.
I got four points better.
Okay. What's the roll total?
It's a 12.
Okay, nice. You still take
Now
3
spring the other
points
ankle.
of bludgeoning damage to your ankles.
How much?
3 points again.
3 point. I did 4 points better.
The roll
EJ.
said the same.
I'm just sad.
I'm sorry. I was rolling for full damage. So you both reach the same platform as Carmen is kind of swinging her way along. Carmen, could you roll me a dexterity check?
Oh god. Okay,
That's probably the only safe one here going down.
that could have been worse. It's a 14.
Yeah, that's fine. It's a reasonably challenging thing to do, but you do manage to just barely eke it out. You swing, and with Ananias' help, you kind of like grab onto the edge of this cliff and pull yourself up. You very
How do I
nearly lose
help?
your balance, though.
You wave your arms like Wile E. Coyote style. So I don't fall in.
You create a small propeller that pushes you forward.
Well, I mean, I've already done that with my clothes previously. So.
I'm gonna
And
make
Ananias, now
sure
that you've
that
descended this far, you can feel that the vibrating has slowed a bit. It seems to be lessened.
Were they metal in the texture? What is the texture of the strings?
It felt like excited vibrations, like
Okay, that's
electricity or something.
that is its state, but what texture? What does they feel like? Are they unable to be moved? Like if I smack it, it makes like a clang sound, like metal.
No, they always were the same level of movability. It's just
Okay.
before they were suddenly starting to like vibrate of their own accord without you doing anything to them.
Ah, yes.
Whereas
yes.
now they're kind of relaxing a little bit.
Cool.
Mama Swizzle, since you are easily able to get down to the surface of the water and like hold all 8 of your eyes as close to it as possible to take a look around, roll me perception, see what you can see in the water.
Alright.
Or water, as it were.
With disadvantage because you keep on hearing "oh, ooh, ow" as I jump down.
Oh dear.
I have a 17 plus 3.
Mm-hmm.
So a dirty 20.
Gotcha. You see, what appears to be, maybe. It's very hard to see, but as Carmen has now brought her torch down, somehow managing to hold on to that while going down the rope.
it's in my teeth.
It's in your teeth. Okay. So you see, like, through the
Put it in a
torchlight
pocket,
flickering,
I think.
there aren't particulates in the water, like algae or whatever, blocking your view. It's just kind of like very low visibility through this murky, inky void. It is kind of like the sheen of oil as you're looking through it, but it allows more visibility through it. It's just kind of opaque. You see about 40 feet down, there's like another tunnel that goes off to the side, and on the other side, there's yet another tunnel that goes off down to the side. And as you're sitting there, you hear, or more, not really hear, but you more feel in your feet the vibration of the stone and the water, and you can't help but feel that something is approaching, like rumbling in the earth. What would you like to do?
I'd like to back up urgently, like a few feet,
Mhm.
and to try to get them to understand that something might be coming. While I'm just making the normal noise.
What, Mama Sizzle? It's all good? Okay.
What do the
And
three
I
of you
jump
do?
down all the way.
Oh no.
There is one more platform to descend, Pumpkin, and then you'll be
No,
basically
I'm
level
skipping it.
with the
I'm
water.
skipping it. I'm skipping it.
You're doing
He's
it.
going
going all
into
the
the
way.
water.
No, I'm going into the last platform, EJ. Not that silly. Come on.
All right.
I'm going to like nail the rope to the wall so it doesn't swing away. So if I do have to climb out, I have easy access to
Okay,
it.
before you do that, could I have you make me a perception check with disadvantage?
Me?
Yes.
Oh god.
And
All
Pumpkin, you do
four
not
of
get a check because you are airborne now.
Damn it!
What about me?
You don't get a check because you are on her shoulder.
Oh, okay, cool.
16. I lost a
Uh,
nat 20, boys.
You lost a net 20? Oh, because the
Because
disadvantage.
it's disadvantage.
Yeah. You still feel the faintest vibration of something, like rumbling in your feet, but you don't know the source, the cause, what exactly is going on.
Okay.
You're
I'm
still
gonna
rumbling.
I'm gonna tie the rope up so I don't lose it. So if I do need to get out of here fast, I have a way of doing so.
Okay. And Pumpkin, you take 2 damage on your last yeet.
No, I rolled for it. I got a net 20, 24 total.
Oh, you got a nat 20 with your descending?
Yeah.
Okay.
You learned
that-
after the
in that
first two
case,
times.
you do not take damage. You manage to you kind of scrape against the wall with your wings kind of catching the rest of the wind or the rest of the air and manage to slow yourself down to the point where you don't take damage. Now you are on this platform that's basically at water level with this tar-like substance, and at this moment you all hear a large, like, rumbling, kind of almost like a geyser or a steam blast come from far below, and all the water in this cavern suddenly begins rising, and I need all of you to make a...
Wait, I backed up a bit. How
Yeah,
far does
you're-
that go?
How far did you back up?
About 10 feet.
Yeah, you're okay. Could I have you...
15.
Okay, could I have you all make a dexterity saving throw?
Do I
Dexterity.
still need to do that?
15 plus
Ray,
17.
Ray, you don't need to
15
make this check.
plus 3. 15, 16, 17, 18. 18.
22.
18, 22. What did you get, Carmen?
17.
Okay, yeah. So the water just like suddenly lurches, like a large bubble kind of forms in this liquid. There's no air in this bubble. It's just kind of the liquid itself is pushed up in a large circle and like blasts outward, raising the water level in this entire chamber and violently kind of splashing up against the rocks and everything. You are all engulfed by a large, like basically 10-foot wave of this black liquid washing up against you, and you take you take 5 points of necrotic damage as the same kind of like enchanted liquid like freezes your bones and kind of bites at your flesh as you are kind of tossed and turned in this like maelstrom of liquid, and then as quickly as this happened, it kind of like begins to subside and goes back to its regular water level, still splashing, kind of going up and down a little bit, but beginning to calm down. And you all manage to catch the edge of the platform that you were standing on and pull yourselves back up rather than being swept away into the deep.
Mama,
Swizzle was
Swizzle,
unaffected.
I thought you said it was okay. Don't lie to us again.
With that, I'm gonna climb out.
Yeah,
Oh.
I'm sure you think this is funny.
I'm gonna climb out of the pit.
Okay, so you grab
Using
your
the
rope. And
rope.
Oh no! Ooh, how can I have you roll for how well you secured this rope?
Just a normal.
Just dexterity or sleight of hand, whichever you prefer.
Sleight of hand.
Wisdom,
be-
because it's
yeah.
how wise you are with tying a rope.
It would be a 16.
Yeah, it's fine. The rope is still secured where it was. It's very soggy now. It's like dripping with the same black goo that kind of stings your fingers as you're grabbing onto it, but it's still there, still usable.
Yeah, then I'll climb out.
Okay.
With Ananias.
Yeah, you kind of fell off Carmen's shoulder during that, but you can get back on if you'd like, or you can grab the rope
No, I'm
yourself.
good.
Okay.
What has just happened?
You all got
I'm
wet.
can I-
Climbing out.
We got wet. Okay, can I hold on to the rope?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
You're gonna climb out with me?
Yeah. Aren't we going down or are we going
No,
up?
I'm
We're
going
going
up. I
back
don't...
up. We went to the bottom. A bad thing happened, and we're like, all right, going back.
All of you
Okay.
took 5 points of damage.
Okay.
Yeah, so the last of your temporary hit points are gone. You actually took 1 real damage now, Ananias.
What?
I know, right?
What? All right. Am I faster than
Did
Carmen?
you grab first, or did you grab second?
What does that mean?
Like, if
I
you're
think-
both
I think-
climbing up a
In what
vertical rope,
order?
you're not going to be able to go faster and pass her if you're second.
I think Ananias is below me because I'm the one who secured the rope in the first place, and I
Okay.
grabbed it before.
But I was on your. I was
No,
on
you
your
were
She got
shoulders.
washed off.
But you were
in the
also
water.
knocked off, so you were prone for a second in theory.
Ah, yeah, yes.
So you are able to grab the rope, though, as well.
Okay.
Alright. So Qzeth,
Yeah.
are you planning to grab this rope as well?
I just jump onto Ray's back and have him climb me back up.
Ray, can I have you roll me a strength check?
Can I carry 90 pounds as a giant water? 11.
I'm gonna say you have some trouble. As Pumpkin kind of jumps onto your back, it just pulls you off the wall and you both land on the
Okay,
platform.
okay. Can I try and assist by like flapping with what little wings I have to like make it a little bit lighter?
I don't think that's how that works.
No, I'm pushing
think
us
that-
up.
No, I think that'll make it harder. You're just moving around.
Yeah, I would think that'd make it harder.
Only part of me is moving around.
Oh man, I mean,
Oh my word.
you're welcome to
It would be
try
like
it,
headbanging while you're piggyback riding.
That's
Yeah,
worse.
exactly.
Don't.
Oh, it's like you're at a rock concert.
No, I'm not gonna help out if you don't think that can help. All right.
So we both fall back on the platform.
Yeah, Ray, you just fall on your back, all 8 legs sticking up, and you're like, ah! But you only fell from, like, literally a foot off the ground, so it didn't hurt.
Cool.
So, what y'all doing? I know Carmen and Ananias are climbing. I'm not going to say it takes a check to climb a rope. It's pretty simple to manage that. So yeah, you go up the rope, make it to the top.
If Ray is not going to be carrying me up, then I will climb up myself then.
Okay. The rope now is no longer secured where it can be grabbed easily from the platform. It is now dangling off above the water. Unless
I jump over to it.
Okay. It's
As
like-
he jumps over, I'd like to, while I'm trying to reposition myself, my Adamum accidentally knocks him a bit.
Okay. I don't think you can make this jump. It's like
I
30
spend a chi
feet.
point,
Uh,
doubling my jump.
yeah, you do have a thing for that, don't you?
hmm
What's the listing? It triples your jumps?
It doubles my jump at this this level.
Features and traits.
Step of the wind.
Step of the wind, you can up. And your jump distance is doubled for the turn. Okay. So, your long jump distance is... Sorry, I gotta do some quick math.
Yeah.
Your strength score determines how far you can jump. You make a long jump. When you make a long jump, you cover a distance or a number of feet equal to your strength score. If you move at least 10 feet on foot immediately before the jump, you have plenty of room to be able to make your run up to it. When you make a blah, blah, blah. Okay, so you can make it up to your strength score, which is
14.
14. So 14 times 2 is 28 feet, and I said it was about 30. So you can, if you reach for it, you can barely
That's
make it, but your
cruel.
feet are gonna get a little.
Also, we
splashed.
gotta take into account that I accidentally hit him with my.
You boosted me forwards, right? What are you talking about?
Well, since
Just
I'm moving
make me-
sideways, I probably move you sideways.
Make me a
bit.
straight athletics check.
Me or him?
No advantage or disadvantage. Pumpkin.
Athletics. 12.
Yeah, you run and jump, spending your key point. You give it the best leap you've got, and you grab the rope, but you're like bottom up to your
So
thighs,
like I
basically
grab the
stretched
rope,
again.
but like it's in this with that lame way when you like jump across like a stream or something,
Yeah,
where like you land into the water
Yeah.
as you hold on to the rope.
exactly. It's
It's just
exactly
like splash.
that. Yeah, and you
What was
take
the point of this?
you take 3 more points of necrotic damage as you feel your legs engulfed in the same inky, gross liquid. But you do grab the rope. You do not fall, and now you can continue climbing as you see fit.
Cool, I do.
Have I made it back on my feet yet?
Yeah, Ray, you're good. You can climb at any time up to the
Okay, I'd
rejoining
like to
others.
do that.
Alright. So Qzeth, you climb back up to the top with the others, maybe feeling a little embarrassed and with cold legs. Other than that, you're good. Carmen, would you like to take your rope back?
Yeah,
Or you could leave it attached there if you'd like to
No.
use it for something else.
I'm gonna take it back.
Okay. So, what's everyone doing now?
I'm gonna look at QZ, who seems to have been battered quite a lot, and I'm gonna lay a hand on him and give.
I flinch first.
I'm gonna.
It just
I'm gonna-
hurts. Just everything hurts. Everything hurts.
Everything.
I'm gonna give 7 points of healing.
I thought you already used all of your healing.
No, I did not.
That's what I had heard.
That's what I
Yes,
heard
don't
too.
you have 10 points of lay on hands and you used 9 of them?
Yeah. No, I used cure wounds.
Oh, you used cure
Oh.
wounds before.
The spell, yeah.
Okay.
I used my last spell slot.
I see. Okay, sorry, I was misunderstanding. Alrighty. So yeah. And how many points of lay on hands are you using here?
I'm using 7 out of 10.
Okay. Yeah, you lay your hands on him once again. There's a slight glow, this time of a different nature, but still a glow on your flesh, and you feel warmth return to what was previously very cold. You heal for 7 points. Yes.
I'm still bloody, but I'll be okay.
Better than you were.
You're
That's all I
fine.
can offer in
You're
these
good.
trying times.
Is that what you're singing?
Yes. Yes. Come on.
He's a bard.
Are you actually a bard?
No, I'm a monk.
Uh-oh, the DM's looking up stuff.
I'm a
I know.
barbarian.
Barbarian.
That was not amusing.
Well, I mean, if you understood the reference, you would think it's much funnier. I sent you the video that it was from.
Okay,
A
Have I
long
watched
while
it?
back.
Sometimes
Have
when
I
I make
watched
something
it?
up,
No, you have not.
you know how when you make something up sometimes and then you look it up and you're like, wow, something already exists exactly like that and it has a similar name too. Now I just feel like I'm a plagiarist even though I made it up myself.
The barbarian.
Anyway, wait, what?
The barbarian.
That was
No,
not what I was talking about. I'm talking about something
he's
completely
talking about a mob.
different. Yes, for sure. That.
Wait, what does mob stand for? Guys, help me out.
Mobile.
No, I don't think it stands for mobile. Does it
Oh,
actually?
mob.
Yeah.
Mobile entity.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Yeah,
That's
never
why,
mind.
That's why they're called mobs in Minecraft, because they're mobile.
So, all of you stand
mhm.
at the edge of this cliffside, a little battered and the worse for wear, looking out over this sea of black. Once again, it's just barely out of view now with the torchlight, which, now that I think about it, has been completely doused. So it's probably out at this point, but I forgot to do anything about that. So let's just say you relit it before you grabbed the rope.
Okay.
Or maybe it just didn't get wet. Maybe it just like the
Magical
it
It's
light.
magic.
splashed in
It's
such a
awesome.
way. It splashed in such a way that like
It's clearly the dark water is scared of the light. It
The
just
face
avoided it.
protected the
me.
torch.
Anyway,
I'm very
so you all
scary,
sit there
guys.
with this magical glowing waterfall going
I'm
up into
frightened.
the ceiling in front of you. Ananias is still tiny. Ray is still a spider. QZ still has broken wings, and Carmen has a rope.
I like to jump into the waterfall.
I was
I
well,
was
seeing
thinking that would be
there's
a good place to
nothing
end,
left.
session.
We can end this session here if you'd like.
Yeah, true.
Sure.
It is,
Yeah.
it has been going
She
for a
has to be places at a few minutes ago.
7.
6:30. Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
That's why it was
Cutting it close.
6:30 to 7 was when it could go till.
Yeah, actually, I
Yeah.
put some papers right in front of my clock, so I couldn't tell what time it was. But yeah, I guess we'll call it there for the session. Thank you all for showing up. It
Very,
was fun. Hope you guys
very
had a fun time.
interesting.
It was a very there session.
What? Oh, also the Ananias.
Call it there.
The beams are vibrating once again with the same excitement as before.
Did y'all know Light was a DM? I think everyone knew this except for me.
Yeah, I've DM'd for quite a few people.
I'm pretty sure that everybody here has DM'd before except for you.
What? I've DM'd.
This is your second time playing D&D. Third, sorry.
No,
third.
that's false.
your
It's
third.
my 5th time playing D&D. And I did not DM a D&D. I DM'd D&D, but it was written for Warrior Cats. So all of the rules were still the same. And it was like 5th edition, but it was for Warrior Cats, so we called things different things. And it was on a character sheet very similar to what we have on D&D Beyond. But I don't know.
So you use D&D. You made your own version. Okay.
I mean, it wasn't D&D. It was the Warrior Cats roleplay game.
Well, there's
was-
other
It was
There's-
big with the kids.
there's other like roleplay games out there. Were you using D&D as a rule base? Is what it's was asking.
I mean,
I gotta go.
I would-
Goodbye.
Light.
Bye,
Bye.
thanks for coming. Oh,
I would
I
say
gotta get down.
I didn't get to say farewell properly. All right,
Yeah.
see you, Ray.
See you, Ray. Take care, man.
I would say probably, I guess D&D was the rule base.
So then, yes, it's D&D.
But what maybe it isn't exactly like D&D. And
It's
also we didn't have
homebrewed
spells,
D&D.
we were cats.
It was a homebrewed D&D.
Yeah, that. Yeah.
Hmm.
We didn't have spells, we were cats.
That makes
I was the
sense.
DM. Whenever Michaela needed me, I would help out with that. But
Mhm. Well, the reason I was asking if it was D&D or not is because technically, if it wasn't D&D, then he would be a GM and not a DM.
a game master.
Were there any actual
Exactly.
dexterity stats or anything like that? Or was it all just you rolled a d20?
I hated that.
Yeah, did
Sometimes,
you like
whenever I was not there, things were heck.
did
What?
you just create another like roleplay game based on D20, based on a roll 20?
That's what Michaela created.
So you
but
created
that
your
is-
own roll 20 roleplay.
What? No? What are you talking about? No?
So a roll 20 roleplay is a roleplay game that is based around the D20.
Yes,
whereas
that's what
there's-
Michaela created. However,
Whereas-
when I originally started playing, it was with the Warrior Cats D&D again.
Okay.
So I just used the same.
So you
Ethan
just
looks
used
really
D&D.
confused. I don't know why he's confused.
I was only half paying attention to this conversation, and I don't care enough to figure out what I've missed.
Okay, sorry.
No, it's fine. I'm confused. I
Alright.
just didn't expect anyone to call me out on my confusion. I was just gonna sit here and press content to not
Oh
say
well,
anything.
you were looking like your browser.
I've done that
froze.
for
I was-
like half the game. The entire session has just been me going, "What am I doing?"
Mhm.
Well, anyway, thanks for coming by. Good
Yeah,
to
of
see you
course.
guys.
Talk to you later.
Yeah, have a good one. See you next session. That was my phone. It was very angry.
Bye.
See ya.